How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys, to another stream. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so you know what? My head hurts. I am fucking hungry like the goddamn wolf all the fucking time. I don't even know why my appetite is just so high up right now, dude. It's my body just like trying to cope with the lack of sleep. It's like, hey, eat something so you have extra fucking energy, my dude. But how you boys all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys having a wonderful, beautiful day. I didn't get a lot of sleep because of fucking Shadowlands, dude. At least that's what I want to say. I think it's Shadowlands. Just because, I don't know why. I just could not go to sleep whatsoever. I had some sleep. Let me get the music back up and running, boys. Let me make sure it's not too loud for y'all. Beautiful. And now I know we have Shadowlands. Right? Right. However, the show must go on, boys. We have to get our duels out for the week. Friday and Saturday are the time for the boys to dive into the arena. We're still gonna have some fun with the motherfucking duels here, boys. However, once Shadowlands goes past the alpha into beta, that's more open, that a lot more people can get on. Maybe we can do some Shadowlands duels then. However, we're not going to be able to do that for quite a while. So, boys, hopefully all of you are ready. EU! You better be geared up and ready to go. Gonna be hopping on EU first thing in the morning, first thing in the afternoon, and oh my god, boys, the Shadowlands zones look beautiful. God damn, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I really want to focus on the duels today. Hold on, we got the chat, we got ourselves. So that's Rogue, we got ourselves Dark Agent, Ali. Hey, Mike, how you doing, my man? Thank you for continued support, bud. Appreciate you. That's a 1 year, man. That's 1 year, 3 months. Mikey boy, my man, Kren, how you doing? Beautiful. We got ourselves Muhammad, we got ourselves Dragoon, Ahmed the Killer. Is that your name? Robbie. We also got ourselves This Games NL. We got ourselves the boys like Alex. Also got ourselves, who else we got? Daisy in here, Luddy. How you boys all doing? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Alrighty, boys. It is time to get into some motherfucking 5V5 1v1 duels and have some fun over on the EU. It's a lot better on sub. That's fine, Mike. That's why we did. Wait, I gotta fix my thing. Yeah, from yesterday, I actually gotta fix it because it as a. So WoW Alpha and WoW Retail are different WoWs apparently. At least the game, the Shadow Play and OBS recognize them as different games. My group is ready. All right, Mock and Mock is ready. We got Ali with the group. We gotta go Mock versus Ali first up, and then Peller in here as well. I don't know how to fucking write your name, my dude. Ali here as well. Mock and Mock, Ali. Ready, easy, okay. And then we also got Rent and Snoopy. Yo, ready. Gotta get Snoopy. Yo, we haven't seen fucking Snoopy in a while. We gotta put you in the fucking front line, dude. Versus Alex. How does that sound? Unless you already have, unless you're part of someone else's group, because we haven't seen Snoopy here in quite a bit of fucking time. That's my boy right there, dude. Alrighty, boys. Let me get the audio up and running up and center. Let me get the duels mix going too. Feels like we haven't heard that mix in a while, right? It's been quite a bit of time, boys. Also, yeah, let's do how somebody said that earlier in the chat. Let's not do more than 2 of any class, okay? Let's not do more than 2 of any class. Alrighty. Is this a mix? I don't think this is a mix actually. Hold on. What the fuck? Why did it start with this song? That's not even part of the mix. The fuck is this? Okay, my mix might be broken, but it's okay. Hopefully it won't be. Switch. So no more than 2 minute class, boys. That's gonna be the rule going today. Let's just start that duel rule off the bat. But let's take a look at it. We got ourselves Team Red with Bam X. We got ourselves Crazy Frost Boss Stacy. Gonna be going up first. We got a Void from the Shadow Priest versus ABG. We got ourselves Corlash Najar. Orc Remo gonna be first up, as what looks like maybe a Beastmaster or Marksman Hunter. Lots of corruption on that man, an X-Mage, dude. He's either gonna be a real mage or an X-Mage, dude. X-Living. Orc Remo, are you Beastmaster's son coming out? It is gonna be BM Hunter versus Stacey dropping down the Fire Elemental and doing quite a bit of instant cast damage to Orc. Orc getting some damage back to Stacey too. Got himself a little bit of the Dire Hawk is zoning out. However, he's taking quite a bit of damage himself, though. Lots of corruption on this man, so he can turn around pretty bad on him. Huge damage out of Tasty out of nowhere. Big flame shock, and Dots is still onto Orcreamy. He might want to pop himself anyway, kind of healing. Acceleration gone. Turtle shows all he has, and down he goes. Tasty slaying that man out of the sky in the opener. Orcreamy came in feeling very confident against Tasty, did not see the damage really. Nashar actually catching himself as he's getting knocked back onto Tasty. Trinkets at lightning lasts towards the end. What would you do? The capacitor showed him does meta through capacitor, but still getting hexed out, although Tasty somehow breaking his own hex, which Najar is going to rotate the primal earth elemental here. That's going to be a wall needed for Tasty. Might want to have to go now. He is going to use it right here. Might have to overlay with the other one. He does. Stormkeeper coming out, trying to see if he can turn some damage into Najar. Blur coming out for Najar. Huge healing going to be available for the Demon Hunter versus the Shaman for quite a bit here. Tasty getting stun locked in just a moment. Big Earthshock still has a bunch of zaps ready in his fingertips with a Crucible to follow. Getting back-to-back damage onto the Najar. It's going to be Lightning Lasso while he waddles away from the Demon Hunter for just a second. Najar super low on health. Needs to get a Metamorphosis and a stun to recover off of Tasty. Tasty trying to deny any kind of healing. I-Beam does come out. Tasty trying to deny any auto attacks. Does he have the lasso to work off here? Earthshock almost gets Najar. He does drop down Darkness. Needs to walk out of this Darkness chase up to Tasty. Stun to follow. Getting knocked back out there in the open. Barely any health left. And it's going to be a Lava Blast to take him out at the end. Corlash is going to be next up as an unholy DK. Capacitor Totem does stop him. Tasty's going to get out of the stun and just try to see if he can sprint out of there as the army of the undead going to be on top of him. Try to go for a grip on the Tasty. Grinding Totem stopping that grip. So Corlash is going to have to catch up to Tasty. He's trying to cover as much health as possible at the 2-minute mark. Not even dampening yet. Lightning Lasso to Corlash. Does go for IBF. Blood of the enemy for Corlash. Unable to connect with Tasty. What kind of a blood of the enemy burst did he try to go for? Bike on the side onto Tasty. Doesn't really do the most amount of damage. Might have been outside of that 5% or the actual damage percentile of that blood of the enemy. More zombos surrounding the poor Shaman boy. Corlash still taking a bit of damage as Tasty continues to throw in Lava Burst, Zaps, as well as Earthshocks. Anti-Magic Zone getting yoinked out of there for a second. Corlash might want to get back in as a Meteor falls in his head. Does go for a Death Pact. Light the Lasso stops Garrett with a Donut of 10 bones as an Earthshock connects onto Corlash with the Healing Surges trying to come out for Tasty. Try not to get juked out. Corlash super low in health. Could be going down. And oh my goodness. Can we get a hashtag Garrett in chat for the beautiful donut, my man? So glad to be home. The dual streams, hard to get caught up in Shadowlands. Garrett, we have a stream already on Shadowlands. You took a look at a lot of classes and videos coming out. Thanks so much for coming back. 10 bones from Garrett, my man. Beautiful butterfly. Tasty's even giving me a little bit of breathing room here versus ABG. To thank Garrett for being a goddamn beauty. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. Hashtag Garrett, boys. Goddamn, my man. ABG, though, got himself quite a good corruption onto Tasty, forcing a wall out of the Shaman. It's going to get a knockback onto this Paladin, sending him flying far away. It's going to go for Healing Surges immediately. Does not have a second wall anymore, unless he gets that Earth Elemental back up and running. That's a 5-minute cooldown, however. Try to go for some slows onto ABG. Big Earthshock to actually break through the Shield of Vengeance. Does get himself Blessing of Protection, not like Tasty is going to have a hard time blasting through it. ABG might have actually killed himself because no bubble available. Interrupted onto Holy. Get on Hodge. Blessing Protection gone. Blood of the enemy goes out. Big Earthshock to destroy the man. If Tasty obliterates X-Mage right here, he actually could hold the world record for the fastest kills possible. I think it's 4 minutes, 30 seconds for the Feral with MML procs. X-Mage is getting in there with combustion. Light the last tower and Tasty is drinking out of the combustion. Temporal is going to heal him for a little bit. Tasty hiding behind the pillar, trying to go for a Healing Surge immediately. Needs to maybe cleanse those. The combustion looks like he might have been able to purge combustion off. X-Mage has Lucid for extra fire blast, but not line of sight in order to deal that damage. Huge shock out of Tasty to follow right after. Knock back into X-Mage, still keeps pumping out big pyroblast onto Tasty. Big Arcade Stars almost ended X-Mage right then and there. Trying to see if he can finish on Tasty. Is anyone going to be able to stun the Shaman God right here as he's just ghost wolfing out of there, dude? He's just wolfing it out of there. Light and last, and I think that might be the answer. X-Mage with Tasty taking the big old 1v5 in the open as the first duel of the day. Setting up a standard for the boys over on the EU. And goddamn, I think we need to give Tasty's team another run here, boys. That was a quick one. Tasty came in, he conquered the Demon Hunters, the Death Knights, the everything really. God damn, that was some huge damage out of nowhere. I like that. I like that a lot. That was huge. I think we gotta get Tasty back in there, man. We gotta get Tasty in. I think we're gonna put Ali here. We gotta get Alex in, dude. His team did not get to play, so we need to let his team at least get a taste of the gameplay, dude. At least once. We got Lenovo here too, and their Felicia, I think, with the group. I'll go last. Okay, I think that'll be fair. We gotta go again, dude. We have to go again. His team did not even get a chance to play, dude. They didn't even stand. They didn't even get a chance. How many games are we at? 190, 191. Okay, we got that. Guys in here too. That was not too cool for us. We want to go again? That's perfectly fine. I'm okay with that, Kreiser. I do want to get you guys back in there. We'll go you versus Alex, because Alex was the next one in the row of people to say that they are ready for groups and stuff. Get Alex and we'll do Snoopy versus, I think it is Ali or Pelor. Oh, Ali just got to play. So we'll have him versus Pelor or maybe Ren. Put him like this. Guys in the middle, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do him with, so I'm going to stack him like that. It looks like we're going to Snoopy with Pelor or Ren. We're going to drop down for a second, just because we don't know what we're going to do with them yet. How fast was that? That was fast, but it wasn't world record. That was really quick, though. Do you have any tips for horrific visions? Just if you want me to make a guide video on that, I could, but I don't really do anything special. I just go slow, blood of the enemy, take it easy. It's a lot easier for rogues. I mean, I guess you could skip certain parts as rogue. If you're doing the Rexstar area, you could skip most of the mobs except for the bear. So you do the bear, you do the mobs outside of Rexstar's room, and then you kill Rexstar, and you skip everything else as rogue. And if you do the Stormwind, you could skip the Old Town for the most part. You skip the front with stealth on the side, spam sap in case you get attacked by those dudes. You'll sap them before they get you. Then you kill the cool Tyrion chick officer. Then you go kill that big tentacle dude with dudes, and then the stealth on the right, distract the dude that has eyes on sap him. Yeah, you mostly just skip as rogues, most of the stuff. I mean, if you want to go into future later, I can. Alrighty, boys, switch. So Tasty's group ended up being complete and utter total blowout today. We're gonna have Frost Boss, Void Form, Kreiser, who's gonna be going up first, and Bam X compete first versus a different team. We got ourselves effective in the back. We also got a Mega in here. How you doing, my man Fruity Dad in here, SOS, and Christina Cutie is gonna be up first. How you doing, Cutie Pie? How you doing, Christina? We got a Kreiser getting opened up on by the Feral has a succubus, not going for a second to see in the opener. Bash out to Kreiser with a bike to follow it. A Reaping Flames are out from dropping down the Infernal, launching Christina's head immediately with a Cataclysm right after. Got himself Dark Soul stability ready to go. Horror Vector Christina might be a trinket out of the Feral. Does trinket, but runs into a wall. I think he still needs a Chaos Bolt though. Oh my goodness, still needs a Chaos Bolt. But I said, you know what, trinket for those cooldowns? I might as well burn it. Trying to get the hell away from Kreiser. Kreiser might just have to go for a gateway setup here. If he wants to make any of the plays here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for a gateway. Try to see if he can maybe get around to Christina. Could maybe go for Succubus CC. If you can somehow just catch him with a Succubus CC for just a quick second. Does go for a gateway. Catch Christina for a second. The Infernal is gonna be gone for now though. Does catch him with the fear. Still maybe a Casable traded. Nope, does not have the ability to. Christina looks like he decided to throw everything at Kreiser to get away from the Infernal and the big Chaos Bolt damage. Actually going to be swapping to a Fell Hunter here for a second. We'll see if he ends up staying with it. Trinketing out of the Feral opener. Destro coming out for Christina. Does get a big Skull Bash out to Kreiser. Is going to have to go for a Warlock Hudson here a little bit early. Into a Death Call, into a Fear spam. Full Fear, allowing Chaos Bolts and Shadow Furies to go. Finally, Kreiser gets to answer to the Feral's transgressions. Is able to finally punish him. But the Pillars here in Mugambala are going to be quite massive. Kreiser swap it to an interrupt pet onto Christina so you can actually take off HOTS, which is not a bad idea. But also you can interrupt him when he goes for a recast. I guess I decided, no, Succubus CC, not really something I can actually take advantage of in this game. Trying to land a fear to Christina, didn't want to get bashed on. That's going to be a Thorns over Christina. Did it try to bash Kreiser and get juked on? Might have actually. It's going to be a Chaos Bolt. It was another Malate Fresh for Kreiser. Tried to go for a Fear onto Christina, but only has an Incinerate. So Christina is going to go for resets here, man. This is a perfect place for a Feral to do so. But even though they're going for resets, they got some bleeds into Kreiser. Is doing a little bit of damage. And then basically just have to maintain those bleeds at all times and try to take as little of that Chaos Bolt damage as possible. It's going to be huge Chaos Bolt, getting Christina quite low. Kreiser could really make a huge play out of it. That's going to be bashed to Kreiser with a bike to follow. Christina got the bleeds on the guy, hopefully, but needs to go for a massive re-heals. That pet is not going to allow him to get any kind of heals back up. Christina is actually not in a good position, cannot get away from Kreiser, can't even go for a cast heal while coming down. Does Kreiser have any more CC? It looks like he used that call a little bit earlier. Fear onto Christina does connect. He fears trinkets out of it. Trying to go for Shadow Fury. That's going to be a second wall for Christina as Casbots are flying. Chrysler actually super low in health. It could be anyone's game. Fear does connect. Fear Casbot to follow. When the Cataclysm are right after, I think Christina might be done for. Chrysler does end up capping them out at the very end, but he has no health at all versus Omega. I think it's going to be an end to his run. Trinkets, Death Coil, keeping him alive for a second. Walling right now, trying to get the dots. Stone him short and Chrysler. Does Omega have Trinkets to follow? Infernal does connect here. Chrysler needs to go for heals as much as possible. Is actually going to go hyper offensive with Omega. Fear after Chikazmos might have actually ended him right here. Oh my god, Omega's health is just nowhere to be found. Into a conflagrate right after. Does he have enough? Oh my god, Chrysler! My man came back out of that one at super low health, not giving up whatsoever, has a gateway if he can get away from effective. How effective this man gonna be, man. Crazy, you're just making me go through a whole nother set of puberty, my dude. That's gonna be a succubus CC. He could Zerker Rage on it if he wanted to. Chrysler is going to kind of sit away from effective, try to get the studs, and might have to go for a gateway hero a little bit early. Oh my goodness, that just came out of nowhere. Omega came in and Chrysler, you know, was like, all right, real shit, game mode, let's go boys, gamer time right here. That was insane. Destro Warlocks, dude, are so nutty on damage. It's nuts. Chrysler, I think, is just waiting for a Death Coil to deal versus Effect. That's going to be a Stormbolt stopping him for just a second. He is not going to take too much damage. Reflect is available. Can't reflect that Death Coil onto himself. That'd be really bad. But though, I do believe he still heals. That's going to be Fear into Effective. Looks like he does not have Zerker Rage out of that one. That's going to be Conflact to slow him with a Succubus to give him extra slows. Effective is going to break out of the slows immediately, though. So for Chrysler, that's really not good. Next Stormbolt could be huge. Destrigat Chicken comes out for effective maybe a little bit early. Trying to see if he might be able to go for a Casbolt. Looks like he breaks out of that Succubus CC with a Blade Storm. Stormbolt onto the Casbolt. Guys, a trick out of the Stormbolt. Trying to get a Casbolt up and running. Looks like no kicks available for effective. Does not get reflected on with that Casbolt. Trying to get it cast off. Get actually juked on. No, he get interrupted on a Fear. Trying to get away from effective for a second. Stun came down, but looks like he trickets out of that immediately. Fear short onto effective. Does Kaiser have any more heals whatsoever? Down he goes with barely any health left. Effective does effectively take him out into a charge on the Frost boss as he engages with the effective immediately going for the stun, popping every whammy that a Frost DK has. Tried to see if he could chain down effective. He's not going anywhere, man. Stormbolt to follow. Does he have a Katiku? I think that might have been what ended Chrysler just there, because he must have had some sort of a bleed for all those Azeroths to proc from, and that's going to be effective, taking a brunt of damage from Frost Boss, looking to leap away, still holding on to Enrage Regeneration, commanding Shout, but that's going to be Frost Boss with so much consistency as a Death Knight. It's going to be almost impossible to deal with. Effective might just have to effectively go and pop as many cooldowns as he can just to survive. This is going to go for that Enrage Regeneration, actually recovering the health before the he gets super high. Another Bloodthirst comes out. Does he get another one? Third Bloodthirst maybe? Does not get the third Bloodthirst. But that's going to be a lot of healing he needs. He basically needs to press Bloodthirst on cooldown. Destro got chicken out to Frost Boss. It does a little bit of damage, but not nearly as much as we've seen before. I guess it just didn't crit. Or maybe the plate armor versus Frost Boss is just so difficult to break through. Effective. Trying to stay effective here. And as long as he just kind of maintain his own health, I think he'll win. Sacred Chicken coming out. It's not really looking good for him. Goes for a Blaze Storm, I guess, trying to dodge a stun maybe. And maybe he was going for he just needs to get away from Frostboss for a second, get those Bloodthirsts off. We need a lot of haste in order to make that happen. That's going to be Frostboss. Get some cooldowns rolling. Effective is bailing out of there. Does pop a Reflect in case Frostboss goes for a grip, or maybe he goes for a stun, or he goes for a Chain of Ice. So he does secure himself the getaway. He needs to get more heals. It's going to be a Stormbolt. Lichborn coming out for Frostboss, and Effective just doesn't have anything left. Frostboss just clapped him out at the end, and ASUS is going to be up next. Does he go for a Kidney Shot? Did he try to Kidney Shot Frostboss while Lichborn was up? I think that might have been a mistake. Did this rogue use his Kidney Shot early? I guess we'll know for sure. Because he's not. Oh, there goes the stun. And so he did not. That's going to be adaptation out of Frostboss, though, as the bite coming out hits him. Takes a bit of damage. Still has Death Pact, though, if he needs to. And that's going to be ASUS bailing out of there with advantage. Going to have a Frost Hero that will take him out of stealth, though. Frostboss had quite a bit of cooldowns rolling after there, though. It is not going to be able to catch that reset onto... Oh, wait, no, it was dotted up, so the sap didn't sit, but the cheap shot does stop him. Getting the shot does put him in a bad spot with a Maledict rolling, does get an AMS rolling, is going to be able to break through with Mali, got himself Temporal rolling. That's OS, got evasion, though, denied the healing for Frostboss. He has to make sure he isn't turning his back to Frostboss. He's not gonna dodge a single thing, turning his back to the DK. Better be facing him. Frostboss with barely any health, another Kidney Shot is going to be the end to him. Better be going for a Death Pact soon here before a kidney shot comes out. Not looking good. Does go for a death pack. Gets himself a little bit of health. Still continuing to heal through all the necrotics, the self-inflicted necros of death pack. And he might be able to be okay here. Frost, as I was going for a bit of a heal, gets quite a huge healing from his sippy cup. Frostboss. What? Huh? I mean, the rogue was low on health, but I don't know what killed him. And then Fruity Dad just instantly executed Frostboss. Was it just like a huge proc or something? Crazy. Fruity Dad trying to get himself a breath onto Void Form. That's going to be silenced out of the Shadow Priest, though. He's going to be able to get his base dots rolling onto Fruity Dad in the opener. I don't know what happened to that rogue. He just kind of popped. That's going to be Raw Tricky coming down into Fruity Dad, eliminating the Siphon immediately. Fear to Follow is going to get him CC'd for just a second. Got him some big combustions rolling to Void Form. Does not have a greater fate against this. Is going to have to go for Disperse a little bit early here. I guess he already put that cooldown on better. That's going to be, I think, stars by Fruity Dad. He's getting the stars setting up onto Mindbender. He really needs to get the stars rolling onto Void Form instead, though. To try to get Scorches off of the pet. Try to see if he can eliminate it. Void Form does have a full heal. He is doing fairly healthy. Fruity Dad is going to have himself quite a hell of a game. He needs to go for Greater Pyroblast, essentially. Polymorph Greater Pyro is coming out onto Void Form. Has a Trinket with a Silence to follow. Able to get the dots up and running. The more pressure he puts on the Fruity Dad, the better. Probably needs to take away that Temporal as ASAP. That's going to be a Polymorph final landing onto Void Form. Greater Pyroblast going to connect. Does not send the Polymorph long at all, though. It was heavily DR'd. We're kind of waddling out of that Meteor for a second. But Pyroblast trying to make a way to Void Form, but that was going to be Greater Fade in order to dodge a lot of those spells. Fruity Dad needs to get himself a Ring of Frost here if he wants to take down Void Form. Right now would be a pretty good time to do it, actually. Polymorph, Greater Pyro, Ring of Frost, Greater Pyro. That would actually be perfect to do it as long as none of the dots break anything. Greater Pyro connecting. Ring of Frost to follow. Does it make it? Does make it. Void Form actually. Oh no! It looks like someone of Fruity Dad's. One of his trays just slapped Void Form. Is going to interrupt him on the massive spell as he was going to be forced out of his Ice Block. Trying to do as much as to cast damage back to Void Form, but that's going to be a stun lock. Void Form just needs to max out the damage ASAP. Here, Fruity Dad is on his last legs. Does Greater Fade. That breath though, that's going to be a little bit of self-healing to catch up. Siphon stopping and healing for Fruity Dad. And he's looking to get the hell out of this scot-free. The dots are still on him. No! That Shadow Priest play at the end, though, it was actually pretty good. Crysis came in, slapped these boys around. Frostboss got a surprising kill on that rogue. And bam, Max never got to play. Alright, boys. Let's move on to the next one, yeah? I think it's time, man. I think it's time to move on to the next one. Crysis here. We have to do a Naked Monk who wants to 1v5. We have a Naked Monk that wants to 1v5. Like, actually naked, no gear. He'll have to wait, I guess, dude. I don't know. He'll just have to wait. Weatherman here. Group ready. Awesome, awesome. I guess we'll have Nervelicia, Lenoa, Ali, and Atherman play against one another. Alright, let's get another one going, yeah, boys? Let me save that real quick. I guess we can do Pelor with Snoopy. Can somebody type out Pelor's name? Because I don't know the Russian letters. P-E-L-O-R. Maybe his character name is not in Russian. Hold on. Maybe I can look it up, because... P-L-O-R. Would it have the Russian letters at the end? Crippers. I can do Crippers. K-R-I-P-E-R-S. Yeah, Crippers versus Snoopy. I can do that. Invite spectator match. Crippers. Snoopy. 5. Jonas group failed. I'm gonna super party queue him. Then stop telling me, Pelor. It's confusing because you're like, hey, I got a group, but it's like, wait, I'm actually in someone else's group. Then let the lead whisper me, dude. Let the lead whisper me. It confuses the shit out of me. I hate that shit. All right, let's go. Invite spectator. Snoopy and Rentikar. Because I'm trying to queue you and it's like, oh, I can't queue. And it's like, oh, why can't I queue? And it's like, oh, I'm actually in Snoopy's group. It's like, well, let the lead whisper you, dude. Let the lead whisper me. You don't gotta whisper me. It's a lot of whispers, my friend. It confuses me, dude. Ugh, I try to get as many of these duels as I can. I try, dude. Don't help me. Help me. Help me. Help me help you. Whoa, I got a lot of paladins and druids in here. I wonder what it'll get as a... What did we get, like a Warlock or something, dude? Because I'm thinking like a Warlock with a Hellstone would make all of those classes insanely strong for PvP and duels. That's a Hunter. Flaffy Duck. I love Flaffy Duck. He's a cool guy. I like watching him play. Switch. Wait, switch. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Hey, dog, excited for Shadowlands? Mouthwash. I couldn't sleep last night because of Shadowlands, dude. That's how excited I am. I was up till 4 in the morning waiting for a video to render, so I had a good reason to be up that late. But afterwards, I just could barely go to sleep, man. I was just enjoying watching everything. Bro, I'm eating ham and Dorito sandwich. It smacks. Ham and Dorito sandwich. Actually doesn't sound that terrible, honestly. It's an interesting taste buds, but I can dig it. We got ourselves Team Red with Flaffy Duck here as a survival hunter. We got ourselves Jellyfy. We got Crippers going to give you one versus Red Paladin. We got Snoopy in the back with a bow and armor. We got ourselves Mary here. Where's the Team Blue? We got ourselves Dirk By, Zhivka, Killer Boom. We got MML Prox in here going up first versus Crippers, and Necro X on the back line. That's going to be Prox with them thorns a little bit early. Crippers popping the shield Avengers, trying to see if he can catch up to the kitty cat. Hey, you cool cats, kittens. It's some Prox out here. I'm just finding Carol Baskins out here. Sorry, probably some of you guys didn't watch Tiger King. It's going to be a rake onto Crippers, trying to see if he can get quite a bit of damage on there. Big old bite to follow Crippers. Is he going to go set up for a Hodge? Big Hodge coming out. Is it going to be waste blow to the enemy? Prox might have to trinket and choosing not to. Could be huge damage out of Crippers. It's going to... Oh my god. Crippers just didn't have enough globals to get the damage out. Prox just sat his ground. Is going to wall as Crippers gets himself a temporal. That is a minute long wings for Crippers though. He did not have the proper lineup, dude. He probably should have used a lot of those abilities a little bit early. Trying to continue the damage, and Prox turning the damage around right back at him. There's to follow. Crippers having to bubble, and Prox knows he needs to bail out of there. Crippers could have stayed offensive. Looks like he's trying to, while Bubble is holding up. Decided, you know what, if I can't catch up, flash a light, might as well catch up ASAP in as fast as I can. Prox going to be able to catch himself heals. Crippers out of a bubble. Blessing of Protection is still going to be somewhat helpful here, unless it's Thorns. So for Prox, he basically just have to wait until he's low, pop Thorns, his Blessing of Protection comes up, forcing Crippers to play very defensive. Hodge onto Prox, he knows he doesn't have wings. So Crippers is trying to see if he might be able to chip away at the health of Prox a little bit while he's got him. Got himself execute sentence. I guess he's just keeping things a cooldown. Wings coming back up as a middle long wings. Prox turning around with a stun. That's going to be a Blessing of Protection. Does go for a Thorns immediately. Crippers looking to stay offensive. Is going to damage himself through those Thorns, but looking to continue the healing though. He's very conscious of his own health right now, but is going to manage to just stop and cast a bunch of flashlights in there. Prox is going to be able to catch a breather too. So Crippers out of bubble, out of Bob. Shield of Vengeance available. May be able to end up with wings. Prox still with a trinket though. It looking like it's going to be a tough fight to win. Prox not trinketed out of the Hammer. Justice not seeing wings out of the Paladin. So he's not sweating and not worried. For Crippers at that point, you better have like some kind of a trinket or some sort of a cool corruption to help you do that much more damage. But if you don't have anything to sneak up onto Prox, I mean, it's going to be very, very base. And I guess predictable. Prox trying to maintain himself as best possible while Crippers' Shield of Vengeance is holding up. Perfect opportunity for Crippers to at least manage his health as best as possible. Has a trinket out of those stuns. It's going to be a bike running at Crippers, trying to go blood of the enemy. Wings are coming back out. Oh, trying to make his own last fight at the end. Tried to thrash while out in the open. Snoopy is going to be up next though versus Prox. Prox just had to wait out all his cooldowns until everything was out for Crippers, and then he's good to go. Snoopy versus Prox duel, however, is going to be very interesting. Snoopy getting a Moonfire on him, and that's going to be Prox exchanging a Moonfire as well. So that's going to be a no-stealth duel by both of his fellows. I'm expecting high-octane gameplay. Trinket on Snoopy, trinket out of Prox, back-to-back for the batches. Bite coming out for Snoopy, onto Prox, wall coming in. With Thorns for Snoopy to follow, not even letting Prox get counter-offensive here. Prox does not have Thorns of his own, otherwise I'm pretty sure he would have used them already. Snoopy is just taking massive big chunks out of Prox right now. Prox still holding onto a wall, trying to get a run to Snoopy. He's power shifting out of it immediately. Still staying super hyper-aggressive. Thorns are up for Prox finally. Maybe he might be able to go offensive here. Snoopy popping in a bear form to try to take on the damage, trying to bear it. Is going to go for a shot him up for a second, catch and reset onto Prox. Might be able to another aim, and that's going to be Dutch got triggered to follow. Prox is the one turning the damage around right here. Now, he's going to go for a stun, but the defense is stun. Try to see if he can get the hell out of there. Regrowth coming in for Snoopy as he's in bear form. Prox just bulking out maybe to get a Moonfire on the guy so he doesn't catch a full re-stealth or anything. But But that's going to be both of the Pharaohs exhausting the cooldowns. Wall available for each one of them, actually. No, Prox doesn't have a wall. That's wall available for Snoopy. He's using it right now. Bash with the Prox. Perfect opportunity to go around, do some big damage. That's going to be yet another bite available here. Maim instead, actually. Huge setup, and down goes Prox. Snoopy went super aggressive on him. Right after Prox just had an insanely good run against Crippers. And Necro is going to be up next as an unholy DK. It's going to be a huge setup for him. He needs to get his own army all wrapped up around Snoopy. No chicken available for Snoopy, so that stun is going to be huge. Thorns is up and running. Does get a short route onto A-Bomb, but I guess he's still able to get some claps in there. Snoopy taking a lot of damage from all those pets. Chain of Ice to follow. He's just trying to stay powered, and he's starting to stay mobile. Might be going down here, though. That's just so much pressure. Trying to stay alive, trying to kill himself as much as humanly possible, but he's continuing to run through the A-Bomb. That's going to be more dots and more extra pressure, more physical damage out of those pets. Might be able to actually catch a regrowth finally. Barely any health left. Could be down any time right now. Could be a stun out of the pet. Does not go for a stun. And Snoopy's still on a road to recovery as the 5 minutes are up. 2% dampening. He's trying to build some calm points off of those pets while he's got him. And trying to get this regrowth ASAP here, man. Trying to slowly but surely recover. Necro just cannot catch up to the Feral. He needs to get a Chain of Ice or something on him, but the pillar in this arena is just super well. It just plays super well for Snoopy. Landing a short bash onto Necro. He's checking out of the bash to get hyper offensive right after. Snoopy popping and wall for all this damage, trying to put some pressure onto Necro. That's actually a lot of damage out of nowhere. Big bite at the end. Where did this burst come from? And Snoopy makes the comeback against all the big damage out of Necro. Just had to kite him around for just a second, and he is good to go. King's Boom, Killing Boom is up next. Why you gotta kill Boom? Leave Boom alone. Boom is a very nice guy. Snoopy got Thorns up and running while Kitten Shot is on him. Prep really well against Killing Boom here. He's gonna go for a sap. Does not get to get the Feral out of combat. He's just taking so much big proc damage. Destrigan's coming out for Snoopy right now. Dropping Boom. Super low. Wise and Barefoot cheap shot onto Snoopy. He's super DR. Snoopy can come out of the stealth right now and actually just end Boom. He probably still has a blind though, so Snoopy's just trying to be very careful here. It's gonna be a short bash onto Killing. Oh, before the blind came down. Does shrink it out of that stun. But to execute with the Reaping Flame still comes in and does a lot of damage. Zhivka is going to be up next, riding himself a big old spider mound. By the way, spider mounts are going to be new PvP mounts for the first season of Shadowlands, it looks like. Or at least one of them is planned. In case you guys were wondering. It looks pretty good, actually. I like the color scheme. Snoopy getting huge damage on Zhivka, but he's turning around with Big Touch of Death. No trick available for Snoopy. Might be locked down for the count. Does get a trick away from Zhivka for a second. Does Touch of Death end him. Touch of Death does a lot of damage, but doesn't kill him. He's still on a run right here. Look at this bear go, dude. This bear is just fast, boys. Fist of Fury onto those thorns. Popping a bear from trying to see if he can survive. That's going to be karma for those thorns. Snoopy might as well take off thorns right now. Does juke away from Zhivka with that leap. Zhivka's still trying to use all the rest of the ability he's left to catch up to Snoopy. He's the fastest druid alive, though. This man is a race car with fur. That's going to be a straight gun for Zhivka out of the bash. Does go for a wall for Snoopy. Fist of Fury coming out is going to separate himself from Fist of Fury. Root onto Zhivka. Does not get the Whirling Dragon Punch. Snoopy is still super low in health. Zhivka tried to catch heals, and so is Snoopy. It looks like Zhivka just trying to catch them paws, dude. Snoopy's trying to catch them fists while he's trying to catch them big old claws, man. Snoopy is still not out of the fight. Chicken available. Zhivka no longer with the chicken. No karma available either. Snoopy could actually have a big play here. It's going to be a Lexi bite coming out of Zhivka. No health available. Does he go for the Reaping Flames? I think he's trying to get him low enough. Thorns are off for the Fist of Fury. And that might have been Reaping Flames at the end. Next up is going to be Dirk's Bind as an outlaw trying to get slows onto Snoopy. That's going to be Snoopy catching a restyle. Short stun onto Dirk's Bind. Maybe a route to follow. Does not get it. And Dirk's Bind being on the outlaw, he doesn't really have a lot of playstyle that he can do against an Feral. Like, essentially the Feral should win, but I think Snoopy might be low enough on cooldowns where he won't win the stun onto Snoopy. Dirk's Bind going in for big damage, kills to fall. I think he got a Dutch cat trick of his own. Tried to sink Crucibles into Snoopy. Is not enough though. Bad short on Dirk's Bind. He does trinket out of it. Might have Snoopy here though. I think Snoopy just ran out of cooldowns completely. Another stun by Dirk's Bind. Could go for a blind if you wanted to. Dirk's Bind still taking quite a bit of damage out of this Feral in bear form. Thorns are up, but I think Snoopy is down for the count. And there he goes. The one man who could end them after all the cooldowns have been exhausted. And it looks like Flaffy Duck is going to meet Dirk's Bind out in the field of combat. And it's going to give him an honor duel, man. A truly honorable duel. Is that the new Gladiator mount? Is that the new one? It looks like it's the first one from the first season, but slightly different like armor on it. Looks pretty cool. Stun onto Dirk's Brine with a bike to follow. 5V5 just doing all that range damage into a short stun by Dirk's Brine from a distance. Gonna be a pretty big to recover here for the rogue. I don't think a rogue can really beat a good survival hunter in this regard. Maybe assassination rogues can, but a subtlety maybe. Outlaw, they have a little bit of a hard time. There goes that. Pretty sure those 5V5 just got triggered just now. Snoopy came in. He just wrecked these boys. Only 3 kills? I don't believe it. Hold on. Did he actually? No, wait. Wait, no. You actually did kill 4. Did somebody leave at some point? It was Prox versus Crippers, and then Snoopy came up versus Prox, then versus Necro, then there was Killing Boom, Jivka. No, that should have been 4. Did somebody like take his kill or something? Or did somebody leave? I think somebody might have left. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody was like an ability to use and it just ended themselves. No idea. No clue. Either way, that was very well done. Very well done by all of them, boys. Deader is here, long time to see. What's up, Deader? How you doing, man? Alright, let's get another one going. Yeah, we got ourselves Ren versus Snoopy that just played. Let's do Nerf Lucio versus Athaman. And Ali versus Lenoa. And we'll get Alex and Mark back in here. Nerf, Lucio, and Athaman. Here we go. Ren is ready. Okay, we can have Ren versus Mark. How does that sound? We got Snoopy versus Alex, I guess. We'll see Lenoa and Ali, see if they're ready right after. Completely forgot about this. The alpha hype, is this too much? Yo, dude, the alpha hype is huge. But I think we're still gonna do our 5V5 1v1 DUELS. They're still super enjoyable to watch. It's super enjoyable to participate. I like doing this, dude. This is like what we do with the community, man. This is what we were known for. The Snoopy is awesome. That's you. He is good, really, really good. He is really, really good. He's insanely good. Is the same rapier? Oh, okay. What do you mean? The weapon that the rogue was using? Was it? I think we should put a GCD shapeshifting when you're out of mana, shapeshift without druids, so we have cap on them. There is a GCD. There is a GCD on shapeshifting though. Yeah, I don't think we should put mana because that's like classic WoW stuff. But there is a GCD on it already if you play a druid. It's like a small GCD. I don't think it's like a full GCD, but it's been a while. Like whenever I'm playing with Feral, I don't really ever notice it. But there's definitely not like no GCD. Okay. Okay, cool. Switch. We got ourselves Lightspath onto his team. Whoa. Looks like Lightspath and Roadsick are going to be off the bat. His man looking all fancy here. Look at a purple shirt versus Lightspath looking like a legit paladin. This man is actually like, for the light, and this man is just like, man, I'm just cosplaying, dude. What's up? And they're just going to go for Shield Avenge. Shield Avenge is Bob coming out for Lightspath a little bit early. Does have a thing for Beyond. It's going to do shadow damage. I think they're done. What? Lightspath came in with maybe too many corruptions. Next up is going to be Relax Brian here. Dropping down big. Trying to go for big rocket barrage on the Roadstick. He bubbles it. Relax Brian bubbled as well. What is that? Did he just bubble for the just because Roadstick bubbled just to have it up? I don't know why he did it, but he bubbled. Maybe he saw the bubble out of Relax Bar, so he bubbled himself just so he was like, you know what, that's going to be a lot of damage. Roadstick tried to see if he might be able to fight through the wings of Relax, but it's going to be Relax, not relaxing. Feeling a little bit tense, got all that energy, needs to get all that anger out on another Paladin. Shield Avenge is out for Relax, but it's going to blow back to Roadstick for quite a lot of damage. Road doesn't really have a lot of play here. He died. Oh, can't even use Blessing of Protection and goes down for the count. Relax Bros is going to have to play versus a rogue. We haven't introduced all the boys yet. We got Yuki here as well. Warport on the back of Team Red, Massacre and Athaman. On Team Red, we got Melee Cravey, we got Restina, we got Thundertooth. Oh, Thundertooth looks kind of cool. Oh, I like that. I like that. Bob coming out for Relax Bro, but the poison damage from Yuki. Looks like it's still going to go through here if he can get those Envenoms in. Toxic Blade still goes through, but at least if anything, he can maintain wound poison if anything. He's going to be tricking out of that Hammer of Justice. He might have the Paladin here. That's going to be Reaping Flames to follow, and with that evasion, it's going to be down for the count. Yuki, who you going up next? Wait, man, these boys are just dropping like flies. It's like only 2 minutes have passed and already 3 Paladins down, boys. That was pretty fast. Melee Cravey up next as a Fury or Fury Warrior. Look at his defensive, you can see. The Shadow Priest, we actually had a Shadow Priest second game. I think we had a second game of today that had a Shadow Priest. So I would just wait, man. But until Mark's team is back, or Taste's team, it'll be good to go. Sub-rogues are the hardest for hunters to 1v1 with CDs up, and generally a hunter should win no matter what spec IMO. Yeah, because I just feel like with Pat and being able to cleanse itself off of dots, like bleeds in particular, and all that CC and the range damage from afar, like, you basically get to control the situation, control the fight. Plus with traps, that's something that Rogue cannot prevent, right? Because you can feign death or blind or something, maybe you'll blind your pet or kin shot. That can something be like preventative, but trap you can't really prevent it. I mean, you can cloak it once every 2 minutes. That's gonna be Yuki getting hit with a Stormbolt as Melee Cravey going in for a big damage right now. Trying to get himself a bit of a setup. Cloak shot is coming out for Yuki as a moment of desperation. Kill the shot into Melee. He's gonna be taken out of immediately. Trying to see if he might be able just to sustain damage through this rogue. What weapon do you got? Looks like only one way opens has that enchant from Shadowlands. The Shadowlands enchant whatnot. You can catch in a full reset here because that is the Fury Warrior. No blades are available for the Fury Warrior. And that's going to be a reopener by the Rogue. Stormbolt onto by the Warrior. It is going to get himself a Twisted Up Pen. Yuki better eliminate that thing immediately. That's going to do quite a bit of extra shadow damage from melee though. At least he doesn't have like the strongest corruption of it. Yuki actually just goes for a self-heal with Sip Pick Up instead. Looks like the Tentacle doesn't really do much. Melee Cravey actually dropping low enough on health. Having to go for Enrich Regeneration. Evasion is coming on for Yuki. It isn't really able to get through that evasion. Popping that fear, but then had to wait out. By the time his Enrich Regeneration was up, couldn't really heal anymore. He still might be able to come back here. It is a Fury Word, no dampening quite yet. Trying to go for a short war stop onto Yuki right after. No more trinket available for the Rogue, but looks like Melee might be going down. The wound poison, and that's a way too strong, and down he goes. Next up is going to be Thundertooth, as I want to say another Assassination Rogue. Open it up with a cheap shot. Good road coming out. That is going to be an Assassination Rogue against Yuki. And Yuki just out here without a paddle. Old defensive down. Does land a blind into Thunder. Probably should go for a sap in order to maintain control here. Does he go for the sap? He does not. Thundertooth does get himself a bit of a re-heal. And is going to get himself a cheap shot onto Yuki to follow. He is pretty corrupted looking. So we might see some of those corruptions, the images, attacking him in the future. Atherman is going to be up next as we roll into the 5-minute mark, boys. And Thundertooth, I think he's going to go for a little bit of an auto. This guy's just going to end up nuking himself, dude. I'm predicting that right now. He's going to just get so close to killing Atho. I think From Beyond is going to arrive. He's going to have Delirium. He's just going to just go insane, dude. Getting obliterated with his own Sanity Sab. Getting procced out for Atho. One of the disadvantages of playing with adaptation, but still plays out well to the Paladin either way. Hodge onto Thunder. Atherman not popping wings here. He's just trying to do as much damage without using wings, more for sustained playstyle. It's going to be a kidney shot onto Atho as Thundertooth trying to turn some damage around with advantage before Atho gets a hit. Interesting choice. Looks like Thundertooth does still have a dot on him. Is not going to be able to get a sap or proper reopener onto Atho. Does go for cheap shot. Looks like it might have been DR'd. Maybe? Maybe not. It's hard to tell. Atho got himself some wings rolling. Thundertooth might want to pop it. Oh my goodness. What? I was about to say he might want to pop a defensive, and then oh, he just melted. That stroke just got blown up. What? I don't understand. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm a little delirious myself. I think I'm seeing things from beyond myself, dude. IRL. Oi. But that was just what has happened. Hodge onto Racina, the new trinket out of it. They're worried about the next Hodge by Atham. And next time you see how Hodge with wings, you're not going to have a way out of it, though. But I said, you know what? I better get out of that immediately. Atham trying to recover a little bit of health. Not super high in dampness. So he can actually go for a few flash of lights if he wants to. I guess he's just going to let this road catch himself a bit of a restart. Does he want to go for Fist of Fury? Nope. Actually, just going to back up a little bit so he can catch himself a little bit of a heal. No adaptation to break here with a sap for a little bit. Racina is going to be able to get a full setup onto Atha. Looks like he's actually going to try to stay mobile and try to get away before the kidney shot really does connect. Might be able to get a little bit of range damage. Does not want to get Shadow Step. Kick coming out for Racina. Cannot kick Athaman's cast anymore. So Atha might be able to just freely cast enter himself. some heals to recover. Restina, does he go for any more damage? It's going to be Shield of Vengeance up and running for Atha. Evasion available for Restina. I think he's trying to go for a Belf, but cannot really Belf off the Shield of Vengeance. If Athaman is able to catch it back up to the Rogue, get that shield to pop next to him, that'd be huge. Hodge does come out. Atha could go for Wings ready. His shield does pop. Desert got to follow. It's going to have himself huge execute, and down goes the Rogue. Athaman just took this guy's out, boys. What was that? What was that burst? Came out of nowhere. What was that damage at though? Just Desert got these boys down. How much damage did that do? Hold on, wait. Can I get this to show up? Did it record? I don't think it recorded because I had it disabled. I had details shut away. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it didn't record. We'll just reset it for now. Storm here ready with 5 players. Alright, we got us Ali and Lenovo. Are they still ready? Is Ali and Lenovo there? Because we could also get them going too next. If Lenovo's still here. Lenovo, Ali, let me know you guys if you are ready for some duels right now. But you guys going immediately here. Lenovo's in my group. Okay, so we can put here away Alex. We can get Alex versus Ali here, yeah? Yeah, let's get Alex versus Ali here, man. That would be the next one rotation. They haven't played in a bit, so we'll get those two going. And we can get Storm versus Snoopy. How does that sound? Mark is also here. We do Mark and Ren afterwards. Or Ali and Alex. We can do Mark and Ren. Wait, Mark and Ren already got to play, didn't they? I think so. Wait, did you guys? No, it was Snoopy and somebody else, wasn't it? Ali and Alex. Did it work? Did I fuck it up? I think you're confused, dude. Templar plus Spine. Templar crit and Spine in a global? That's nutty. That is nutty, dude. Oh yeah, Spine is more likely to crit, and it does get the benefits of like extra damage, doesn't it? Or is Wings just hella damage? Because I wonder. Again? Okay, I can go again. Ali and Alex. Here we go. Let's see you guys in the same group. Which maybe that's the problem. Maybe you guys in the same group. Face the green screen, it's off center. Green screen is off center. You mean me? I'm off center? Like as I'm streaming? So you want my head to go a little to the right, right? A little this way. I can do that with webcam. Oh wait, but there's this showing up. Is that the green screen itself? No, that wouldn't be the green screen. That'd be something else, actually. What would that be? What is that, actually? Because the lights are all the same. I think it's because we have a lot more lights, like natural lights, so it's screwing with the color scheme here. I think that might be it, actually. Wait, hold on. Can I fix this? Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, why is it like that? Oh. You're right. Wait, what if I do this? And you'll ignore it. How does that sound? I'll just move the webcam a little further. You don't have to worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, I actually do need to move it. You're right. I will do it next time. I guess last time I was cleaning, it was a little off to the side. Never actually noticed. Thank you. Rotate the camera. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I will move it actually. Because I have like a couple inches I can move it that way or this way. I know it's mirrored for you guys, but as long as I don't move it this way, which is the problem area. So if I just move it a couple inches that way, I think it will be good, and I can more center myself. Because now it looks like, look, with the events, it's like I'm here. There's like this gap between subscribe and then there's the names. If I was like more or less here instead of here. I don't know if anybody cares about this stuff, but yeah, that should be better. I tried to queue Alex and Ali. It didn't work. I'm gonna try it again. Are you guys on the same team? Ali and Alex. War game request failed. Ali and Alex. War game request failed. Ali, Alex, I don't know if you guys are there. Actually, everybody who has a group, whisper me right now. Everybody who is the lead of a group, whisper me right now. Just so I know. Maybe Ali or Alex are offline. I'm pretty sure Alex is still there. Maybe Ali just had to log off. Maybe he's part of someone else's team now. Because now it doesn't even let me queue in the first place. So, whisper me if you have a group. I just need to see who we have. Athaman is here. Snoopy is here. Ren is here. Pretty sure Mark is here. Storm whispered me earlier. Alex is here. I don't see an Ali. Let's do Alex versus Ren. Just to mix it up. And then we'll do Mark versus Snoopy. I think we haven't had those duel each other yet. And then Storm is here. Actually, let's do Storm since he's new. I feel like Storm is going to want to play too. Since he's new. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to please everybody, boys. But I do want to give variety. ST0RM, right? ST0RM. Okay, that works. And Alex. Did it work? Gotta plug it in again. Okay. Now we got it. 405 Ali EU. Okay, I'll wait for you. We'll wait for you, my dude. We'll try to get you with Snoopy. And we'll get Ren, I guess, versus Nerf Lucio or Athaman. I think that's kind of how we'll do it. Because I don't want to have Tasty versus Snoopy's team go. Because especially with Tasty has cries and stuff. Again, okay. We'll try it again. 45 players. Again, please. I am lead. Okay. We'll just keep queuing. Storm, Alex, I'm going to keep spam queuing you guys. Just keep pressing accept. It might have bugged out. I think maybe Storm had LFG on. What? It didn't bug. Okay. Works out. Works out. Works out. That's even better. What do you think about the current state of the game of balance as far as PvP goes? Burst seems quite underwhelmed compared to other classes. I don't know, dude. We actually seen some pretty big bursts from Boomkins in the duels, but I think in PvP like 2v2s and 3v3s, Boomies definitely have a lot of damage now if you build yourself right. I think it's just very gear dependent, just the amount of raw gear. It's maybe one of the specs in PvP that just scales really well with gear. It's not terrible, but it's not like meta by any measure. I think it's just coming back up. But we've definitely seen some druids really do some huge slaps in duels. And I've seen duels do insane in 2v2s and 3v3s. But I don't think they're going to be meta. However, can you like push close to Gladiator with one? You probably can push pretty high with a specific comp. Maybe very comp reliant. But that's about all I could say. You know what I mean? That's about all I can say right now. Switch. I got ourselves Team Red with Effective. We got ourselves Christina in the back of Mega SOS and Fruity Dad. Versus our Wrath here and fam, but we got us some gold-casted Snuffles in here. And then we got us a Zero Energy Snuffles. You better wear a mask, man. Everybody getting sick out there. Gonna be a Strongbolt onto a Wrath. As they go for a full metamorphosis, there's going to be a lot of pressure for Effective to deal with. How effective are they going to be? Bike into a Wrath, killing half of their health and just to go. That's going to be a bit of a reflect for Effective, maybe a little bit too early. Does get a fear onto a Wrath that is stuck up in the air with Blur up and running. For Effective, might have used that fear maybe early. Does get a charge heal off of a Wrath that's going to be stunned into an eye beam to follow a Wrath. Having to go for a bit of a defensive player heal. It's going to be Effective going for a lot of self-heal trinkets out of that in prison. I don't know if he can Zerker Rage out of it or not. A Wrath flying up in the air, sending a couple of those fell lances back and Effective. This would have been a better spot to have a reflect back up, unless you could reflect the stun back to a Wrath. That's going to be another short stun by a Wrath onto Effective. Doesn't have Metamorphosis though. Needs to dive back into Demon form. Does get to backflip with an eye beam to follow versus the Warrior. Now he's going to be able to have quite a bit of healing. Hasn't even used Metamorphosis yet. Has Darkness if he needs to. Effective pop in the Commanding Shout. Is just taking so much pressure. Does go and metas that Stormbolt, so he doesn't sit that stun at all. Looks like Effective. Is he just going to get chopped up in half? A Wrath taking him out. Next up is going to be Christina landing a stun into Wrath. Bash to fall. A big buying Safeguard Trinket, proccing out, trying to go for Reaping Flames to take him out, and he does survive thanks to that Safeguard Trinket. Has himself Crucibles, but does he have a lot left here? There's going to be a Thorns onto Christina. Alright, trying to get some damage while meta is up and running, but is really weary about hitting those Thorns. Does not have himself a cleanse right now to deal with Christina for the time being, and Arath is going to get hit with a Rune as he's trying to back up. Doesn't drop Christina for a second. Stun to follow. Does she get right after? I-beam again. Is going to go fly up in the air. Might be able to get quite a bit of healing from those Fell Lances as he's able to rain down onto Christina. Could be anyone's game. Christina's still holding on to a Trinket. Arath does a blur. Does she get Trinket? Does chunk him down though, and down he goes right after. And versus Christina is going to be Snuffles the Rogue. Is he going for a Vendetta already? Is that what we're seeing? No, it looks like it's not a Vendetta yet. Maybe or not. Maybe it is. Thorns are up and running for Christina right now. Does Snuffles want to continue hitting with the Thorns? He does not. This is going to be Christina able to get offensive here. Blind is going to come out. Christina not drinking out of it. Snuffles catching the sippy cup in order to give himself a little bit extra health to work with here. He's going to be able to get all those resets. And Christina does have a trinket for the next big stun wombo combo. Does he go for the cheap shot? He needs to get a wall up and running. Trinkets out. No, he doesn't trinket actually. It looked like it was like a road. Get a shot, does come out. Wall coming in for Christina. He didn't pre-wall that bike at all. The bash onto Snuffles. He does trinket out of it. Has evasion if he needs to. Is going to pop Cloak of Shadows. No evasion yet. Does have Vendetta onto Christina. Christina, does he have Thorns right now? No Cloak of Shadows available for the Rogue. Trying to regrow. The Rogue does go for advantage for a sec. Christina is still ahead of the game a little bit here. Does have Vendetta on him. Rogue could make a big turnaround. Thorns are up and running. Does go for a short bite. Snuffles tries to see if he can bail out of this. It's going to be cheat death. It's going to be a big lead by Christina. And it looks like Snuffles dies out before Christina even ends up making the last killing blow. Zero energy coming out. Trying to see if he can come out right as the Thorns are about to fade. Another Vendetta. Christina goes from one Vendetta to another. It's going to be a tentacle attacking him. Oh no. Oh no. My internet? Are we good? Are we back? Okay, my internet just completely cut out there for a sec, boys. No idea what's going on, but it looked like Christina is dead. That was a breath onto zero energy by Fruity Dad. Got interrupted what looks like on a poly. Kidney shot to follow. Wow, I dropped quite a bit of frames there. My internet is... Are we back? Are we still good, boys? Or are we dead? Chat. Is the stream good or are we dead? I need to know right now. It's fine? Okay, cool. It's going to be kick onto Fruity Dad. Trying to go for a ring. Does land the ring. No Shadow Steps available for zero energy. If there isn't Shadow Steps, he might be in a bad spot. Fruity Dad looking like he... Stop moving for a second. Is trying to get a greater power blast onto zero. It's going to be Cluck Shadows coming out. Get the shot. Having to go for an ice block. And Fruity not looking all that good. We're good. Thank you, boys. Appreciate you. That's going to be zero. Barely on any health available. Try to see if it might be able to get enough damage on the Fruity. Doesn't get enough. As he caught himself a quick vantage for a second. Fruity just had way too much damage rolling there. It looks like Goku Instinct is just going to end up taking him out. Does go for a breath. Still continue to fight through it all. The images, though, might end up taking him out, dude. The auto attacks damage they do, honestly, does get himself a shield for a second. Greater power blast trying to come out. Probably going to be in cap to stop it unless it's a kick. Fruity that does have himself cauterized still in the pocket, dude. Still cauterized in the back pocket, but can he actually do anything off this cauterized? Missing the breath. Break it away from Goku. Does go for a greater power blast, maybe Ring of Frost to follow. Meteor instead. Goku is gonna try. He just got like one Azeroth proc to take out Fruity Dad there. SOS is up next versus Goku, going for a full stun lock rotation there. And it's gonna hit him with a Mally. Goku does have a karma if he needs to. He's gonna get a touch of death onto SOS. He's gonna go for an evasion. The Fist of Fury is not hitting him at all though. Goku, does he go for a karma? He might end up going for a Karma if the Rogue ever goes for big damage. It's going to be Destergastic out of the Rogue or maybe out of Goku. Karma to follow onto the Rogue. Staying right on top of him right now. Cloak Shot is available for SOS. Does get a blind into Goku. He does not break his stealth though. He does not break his stealth whatsoever. Should probably go for a Sap to Goku. I don't know what high came out of stealth just now. Look, he's actually full in stealth. Getting a shot to follow. Does he have enough damage? Big bike onto Goku Instinct right now. Does the Rogue have it though? Yoka sending out those images, trying to get himself fights to follow. Does he have Alexian Fist of Fury? Locking the Rogue out for a second. That's going to be Reaping Flames to get right through it, though. And Fama is going to be the last one left on Team Red. Looking like a kind of a corrupted Feral. Yeah, pretty corrupted. Pretty corrupted. It's going to be a stealthy duel between SOS and Fama. What's up, my fam? What's up, fam? Oh, boys. It's going to be Phantomized by SOS. Getting shot turned around by the Rogue onto the Feral. Are we going to see a big thing from beyond with Fama? He has a lot of corruptions. He's looking quite dark with all that. I don't know if that's dark enough to be like fully corrupted where Grand Illusions can trigger or not. Cheap shot coming out by SOS as he just continuing to dance around. Fama does throw a bike at him. Fama got those common points up with Brutal Slash, but he might not be able to have anything here, man. And that's gonna be a thing from beyond. Oh! He actually obliterated himself with a thing from beyond. He got slowed and the dots procced it, and that's all that Rogue needed. He just put dots on the guy and just kind of him around for a second. Oh no, he got hit with the slow with the corruption. Probably stack it together with a Rogue slow. Couldn't go anywhere. The thing spawned. He didn't press the cloak fast enough, and down he goes. Boys, what is that? Alright, let's get another one going, yeah? Let's get another one going, boys. Got us some Mark and Snoopy we can go on next. Man, I hate when that stuff happens, dude. That's the way to go. With the Grand Illusion just smacking you out of the game. Just completely. Ren's ready. Lucia is ready. We can get Lucia versus Atho, I guess, yeah? Lucia versus Atho. Let's get Snoopy versus Mark. Snoopy and Mark 5. Here we go. Alrighty, boys. It is time for Tasty's team. No Chrysler on his team, though. We got Insider instead. Versus Snoopy and the boys, dude. Snoopy. And it's a massive map, though. I don't know how I feel about it, dude. Maybe too big of a map. Maybe it's going to be a feral kite fiesta here, but we got to hope for the best right now, yeah? Alrighty. Switch. We got ourselves Team Blue. We got ourselves Frost Boss and a big old alpaca here. We got Insider here to replace Chrysler. Randall here as a Fury Warrior. We got ourselves Tasty as well as Void Form Tasty on his big old crab. I actually should go back into that mount. It's like you gotta get an achievement on Legitar. I think I'm only missing a few ones for the rares. We got ourselves Flaffy Duck here on Team Red with Jellyfy, the back Crippers of the red. We got Snoopy over here as well as Mary. It looks like Mary might be the first one up. It looks like it's going to be the Red Palette for Team Red versus the DK for Team Blue. A better matchup couldn't be. Frost Boss playing Frost versus Mary playing Red. That's going to be Frost Boss starting up with pretty big burns. By getting thrown out ahead of him in the opener. Neither of them are looking to play behind the pillar, but looks like Mary's trying to waddle to a pillar at least to have some refuge. Big damage coming out by Frost Boss onto Mary out of nowhere. Was that just stars itself? Is it just loaded up with stars and just hoping for big procs? It's going to be AMS right now for Frostboss for a second. Mary got him some huge damage. Shield of Vengeance is going to be down for the guy. Might need a bubble here. As if Frostboss can get an interrupt into Mary, he might be able to deny a bubble out of him. Mary has plenty of health left here for a bubble. Frostboss is going to have to go for a big death pack here. Lynchborn is up and running, trying to defend himself while wings are up for Mary. Does have a death, not a death pack, but a transfusion. Mary actually down in defense is actually still taking a lot of damage. Does not take the time to heal himself. Hodge onto Frostboss. Does he have enough damage here? Wings are up and running. Does he have enough to finish it here? Frostboss shoots him well and does take down Mary. Mary had a wings, had a big old temples ready, and just couldn't do it. Jellyfy is up next versus Frostboss. Thorns are up. He's gonna get a Thorns up and running versus the Strangler. Frostboss got himself some cooldowns rolling. As long as he's able to hit those death strikes off, he might be able to sustain himself while no dampening is up and running. Jelly, though, did pop himself a wall and is just looking to get enough bleed damage into Frostboss, and the bailout does get yoinked back in. Healing coming in for Frostboss a little bit. Not the strongest healing ever. That is going to be a root to stop him. Does go for a gnome racial to try to get out of the root. That's going to be another wall for Jelly. Does Frostboss go down here? Does he have any more defense? It looks like Jelly's just taking so much damage. Is that literally all just stars damage from Frostboss? I mean, this man, every time he just gets big chunks out of Jelly every single go. There's going to be Chain of Ice spam coming out. Jelly might be going down here. That's going to be a bike back for Frostboss, but I think he actually killed Jelly before the bike connected, nullifying the damage of the bike. So Frostboss is just tearing through. Team Red does get a stun into Crippers. He doesn't really have a lot of health to work for. Needs to get a lot of death strikes back to back to heal up. It's going to be Shield of Vengeance for Crippers right now. Frostboss might just have to go for a Chain of Ice spam. but it's not really looking all that good. I think Crippers is going to let him go anywhere. Transfusion is coming out. Does get Lichborn. Try to see if he can get us more healing out for Crippers. Lichborn is giving him plenty of defenses to work and continue on here. Blood of the enemy coming in for Crippers. Frostboss, does he have an answer here? AMS does come out. Might be able to deal with some of the holy damage from the Paladin, but it looks like Frostboss is just taking so much burst damage. How is he still alive? He's still continuing to just run, continue to just do moves around Crippers, just continuing to stay living here. Deathpack might have to come out, does get through, and still continue to just pummel damage into Crippers' health. Safeguard Trinket coming out for Crippers, didn't bubble or bop or anything. It's going to Trinket out of that stun short though. Does he get interrupted? Almost got juked, almost got kicked on an interrupt. They're going to be short grip. Of Frostboss trying to heal, not without using a bubble. He wants to make sure he has all the damage for a bubble needed. Wings are up, could go bubble just to make sure there's no way for Frostboss to heal. Is going to bubble. Frostboss has no way of healing through that bubble right now. Just hoping to stay alive. That's still so much damage set up and ready for Crippers. Does not go for kill to Frostboss. Frostboss might have made it out of there alive. Barely any health. Crippers trying to heal up as much as possible. But Frostboss does get himself Lichborn. Crippers just needs to get a judgment in there, dude. AMS coming out for Frostboss for all that holy damage. He needs to catch up to Crippers and just start healing like a madman. That's all he can essentially do. He's going to get him gripped. Does he have enough though? Crippers I think might have him, dude. The Paladin damage, holy damage, just can burst him down so fast. He just survived for such a long while, dude. If only he could just continue attacking Crippers, I think he would have stayed alive though. Because out of the bubble, if he just continued the pressure, that would have been huge. Randall's going to be up next. Had to disengage from Crippers as soon as he saw the blessing of protection. Might be a little bit tough for Randall here. We'll see how it goes though, dude. We'll see how it plays for him. But Randall, I mean, as a Fury Warrior, what can you do against Crippers? They doesn't have bubble or bob though, so maybe that could be a perfect opportunity for Randall. I've just noticed that. If you can ever catch up to him. If you can ever catch him. This is why I don't like this arena that much. It's such pillar hump. The pillars are just so geometrically placed that it's so easy to hump pillars, in my opinion. Stormball does clip Crippers, and maybe Randall might be able to get the slows up and running. Shield of Vengeance for Randall to deal with. Just gonna leap out of there. Looks like the chase has been turned around. Crippers is the one chasing after Randall. Randall goes for that gnomish racial a little bit early. Does trick it out of the Hammer of Justice. Shield of Vengeance does pop. Randall might be able to finally engage with Crippers and stay on top of him. Crippers gonna horse out of there. No slows came out for Randall. Might want to get a piercing shout rolling ASAP though. The earlier he can get one rolling, the better, I would think. It's 5 minutes are gonna be up, boys. With dampening rolling up at the 1%. These guys is gonna go laps around one another. Yeah, I feel like for Crippers, he has what, 3 minutes left in the bubble? He has a minute left on Shield of Vengeance. He really could just save until his Shield of Vengeance is back up and running. And another thing for Shadowlands, Paladins are gonna get more auras, by the way, and one of them is like a aura where you move faster on your mount, which maybe is gonna make him move even faster than the auras they do, because they can kite people's circles. I think it's going to be even dirtier in Shadowlands. That's going to be lots of bursts coming out for Crippers. Sees cooldowns coming in for Randall. Actually, is looking to just back out of there. Did pop himself full wings for this. Blood of the enemy coming out as the defenses are down for Randall. Crippers, perfect opportunity for him to get some big damage rolling. Randall needs to go for some damage himself while the defenses are down for Crippers. Does he have enough? Looks like Crippers just chunking out Randall. Randall's getting some cheap, just a little bit of the chipping away damage onto Crippers. Nobody's really going down drastically fast. Going to be a short stun onto Randall, but mostly defensive for Crippers as he's looking to bail the hell out of there with a couple of flash of lights back to back. Fear onto Crippers as Randall looking to get a charge in and a bloodthirst. Crippers just wasted enough time for wings to be back up, or mid-long wings maybe, as well as Shield of Vengeance. And Randall is super low on health, actually just running on fumes. Trinket available in 10 seconds. Essentially the only thing that keeps him from being dead, but even the burst out of the Red Paladin might be enough to just take him down. It's going to be a short charge. Doesn't have a Trinket for that Hodge. Trinket's at the very end second. Does get himself a Bloodthirst in. Shield of Vengeance is up for Crippers. Randall doesn't have a second charge. I think he's just out like a sitting duck. Does get himself a Reflect, but at what cost? At what amount of health do you have left? I think Randall is honestly out of options. Crippers waited long enough where Bubba's only even about a minute. 7 minutes into this duel, boys. The dampening is at 13%, and Randall has the smallest of chances of maybe somehow surviving the smallest of chances, less than 1% of eking out a victory here. He's going to try to get himself a reflect in case there's a Hodge. Nope. Just a Tempest verdict to judge you and take you out of the fight. Tasty is going to be up next versus Crippers. Dampening is going to make it worse for Crippers, honestly. I mean, Tasty is also needs heals as much as Crippers, but Crippers is going to make that duel versus out of all people like Randall. Why would you kind of Fury Warrior around like that? Weird. Crippers only taking big proc damage on Tasty, though. He barely tagged the guy, and already the stars themselves are colliding against Crippers. What a lackluster follow. Does have a trick for it. There's going to be a Fire Elemental available. Try to see. You might be able to drop a meteor down onto Crippers. He does. Same go Tricket coming out for Crippers to keep him alive. More procs coming out for Tasty, though. That Elemental is chugging along to get some damage into Crippers. Does have a good angle. Does knock him out with the Elemental's able to get all that steady damage. Big Earth Shock at Tasty takes out Randall before, or takes out Crippers before. Wait, was Bubble up by the time he had it? Did he have Bubble and just not press it? He might have been so fast, he took him out right before the bubble was up. Flaffy Duck getting hit with the Lightning Lasso, Trinkets out of it immediately as he's getting the pet onto Tasty. It's going to be Tasty. Trinket out of the stun, trying to get a Hex with the Flaffy Duck. I think he did juke out a Muzzle out of him, so it's going to be, no, Muzzle still comes out onto Tasty as he's trying to get himself some damage rolling while Wall is up and running. Might have to rotate for Earth Elemental. Does get Earth LA, short stun to Flaffy Duck. Tasty looking to heal himself, maybe get himself a Hex. Barely any health left right now onto Tasty. Lots of dots on him, trying to go for healing surges. That's going to be Eagles flying for Flaffy Duck, putting so much pressure on Tasty. Tasty go for Earth Shock, knocking back Flaffy Duck for a second. The grenade does connect, and Flaffy does take out Tasty. But it looks like Flaffy is going to be able to get himself a feign death and catch a camo, where Void Form will not be able to do much about it. Forced to pick up the eyes. Should be able to see the Hunter here. The Hunter opens up with the dots himself. Void Form coming in without fear onto the Hunter. Perfect opportunity for him to get the dots on both the pet as well as Flaffy. Looks like Flaffy is maybe lagging a little, but maybe it honestly could be me at this point. We did have a little bit of a blip earlier in the stream, boys. But Flaffy is going to eat those dots. I think he does have Feign Death that does remove all the magic debuffs. Because he will be looking at Frost Boss, Tasty, Void Form, as well as Insider. Yep, went for a Feign Death, and that is going to get a Horror on him from the VTs. And that's going to be Void Form going for damage right now, even with Reaping Flames, getting a Siphon, which gets eliminated immediately. Flaffy is still taking a lot of damage from Void Form. Does he have the Executes? That's going to be Acceleration coming out for Flaffy with a Turtle Shell right after. Maybe looking to get an interrupt into Void Form and just take him down. Does send him with the Freezing Trap. It looks like Flaffy Duck is going to go for a bit of a reset. That Mindbender is not going to let him get a clean reset, though. If he actually does go for a camo, Void Form better be ready to just run over to the next set of eyes and take him out. Because Flaffy Duck, yep, that's going to be all that healing. Massing up. Manic Bandages to follow. And that's going to be, oh, he actually decided not to do it. Just decided, you know what, maybe I can see him in stealth. He wasn't too far away. Feared him out. Properly timed. He's going to get himself a Vampiric Embrace, short stun onto Flaffy. Actually, full stun onto Flaffy with a bit of the Mind Flays to follow. Flaffy got some cooldowns rolling for himself. Looking to get offensive here. Void Form got those instant cast while in Void Form right now. Perfect opportunity. Executes available. Might be going down, and Flaffy Duck gets executed by the Void Form, the Shadow Priest. Snoopy is going to be up next. Void Form, I think he just had an advantage over Flaffy. Flaffy probably used a lot to deal with Tasty, because we never really see a Shadow Priest deal with hunters like that. So it looks like Snoopy is going to mount up. I think he's going to let Void Form get an auto duel. You know, he's like, you know what? It's a Shadow Priest. I got this. Maybe Void Form will give him a run for the money. You never really know, dudes. You never really know. Tasty now. I know, right, dude? So sad. Yeah, Snoopy is going to give him a little bit of the distance. He is going to open in stealth. He's going to give him full honor. Oh, he's giving him full honor, dude. He's going to let him get at least one more cast in. That was super nice of him. Big bike into Void Form. Bash to follow. Huge damage on the Void Form as Snoopy pre-walls the damage out of Void. But Void is just going to go for a little bit of dots, a little bit of healing, and a little bit of those procs onto Snoopy. Does greater fade. Whatever Snoopy was trying to go for an open, Snoopy does trick it out of it. Void Form does have to go for a disperse, though. At 40% dampening, not a lot of healing you're going to get on that disperse. Has a trinket, greater fade, needs to rotate between those two. Snoopy not even catching stealth, just trying to get those claws sank back into Void Form. It's going to be silenced to Snoopy, but he's got so much damage. Doesn't even need to worry about healing for a little bit. Insider needs to clap out Snoopy if he wants to make this kill happen. 45%, 42% dampen right now at 11, 12 minute mark. I'm messing up my numbers. I really need to get some sleep next time, boys. But it looks like Snoopy is going to be able to cap himself resell. This pillars are so perfect for Feral. That's going to be Hodge onto Snoopy. Insider does not go for wings. Actually delaying wings a little bit late. Snoopy has wall for this with thorns to follow. Shield Avengers up for Insider, but Snoopy looking to bail out of there immediately. If only Insider pop wings maybe just a hair earlier. That's going to be still big temporals out onto Snoopy. If he's able to catch up with Snoopy, any more mobility out of this Paladin, and Snoopy might be done. Snoopy looking to maybe juke to the other side of the pillar. Is going to go for regrowths, but a 45% dampening. The healing is very limited. Insider still has damage and maybe even has a 1 minute wings available. Snoopy with no wall, no trinket, might have to play very defensive here. He's just going to look at from mount up, but the Paladin will always have the advantage with the mount ups. Snoopy essentially will want to re-stealth at some point onto Insider and get that opener. And Insider is looking to maybe get himself next to a pillar or maybe away from a pillar. I think being away from a pillar might be better because Snoopy is going to get those dots on you, maybe with a bash to follow, throw a bike at you. Thorns are up and running. Insider going to go for damage. Hodge onto Snoopy. Does he go for big setup? Who has wings are up and running? Executes Zetas. Does he go to commit the damage? He doesn't want to hit those thorns. He's not feeling comfortable. Doesn't want to use a bubble or bop for that one. And Snoopy is going to be able to get away scot-free. Insider had a lot of potential. If only just maybe just went in and tried his hardest. That could have been the end game. Going to be reopened by Snoopy. Insider trinkets out of that rake. This could be anyone's game. Bubble still available for Insider. Snoopy just trying to see if he might be able to get the bubble out of Insider or Basico protection. He could maybe make this game last long. Skull Bash on Insider with a bike. Oh my goodness. Quick Skull Bash with a bike to end them. Locking them out of a bubble or bop. And Snoopy takes that one at the end. Oh my goodness. That was quite a lot. That was quite a lot. Oh my goodness, dudes. Oh my goodness. That was so well done. He was running away, but always has a skull bash ready in case the Paladin's like, oh, he's gonna run away. I can start healing. Ah! It's like a shadow step kick by rogues, except Feral doesn't have one button. That was really well done. Really, really well done. Alright, boys, let's get another one going, yeah? What do we got next? I think we gotta set, what? Mark Snoopy played, Athaman is ready, Nerf Lucio, Ren, I think Nerf Lucio and Ren are ready. We're gonna do Athaman versus Storm, maybe? Yeah? Do something like that. We got Alex here. We could have Alex versus Snoopy unless they already played one another. Maybe they did actually. It's so hard to keep track of all of you boys. 5, nice. Yeah, Nerf Lucio is ready and so is Ren. Let's get Nerf Lucio and Ren next up. I don't see any groups in LOG. Well, you guys, if you don't see any groups, you can make one yourselves. If you guys are not aware of how to join the groups, hi, by the way, my name is Dalaran. We do 5V5 1v1 DUELS Fridays for EU, Saturday for NA. And if you guys ever want to participate, you guys are more than welcome. It's a community-ran thing, so beautiful members of the community help organize the groups. All you have to do is go player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, find a group, type number 5, enter, because most groups will be called 5v5 1v1 Alliance and Horde. If you don't see one, you can organize one yourself. It's that easy. Start a group, call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels, and tell people to join. That's it. Join. List group. Get 4 people in so you have a 5-man squad. Let me know in chat you have a group. I'll add you on Relay DMQ against one of these beautiful bastards out here. That easy. So you either join a group that's up or you make one yourselves, boys. It's all community ran. Part of this community. So if you guys want to make one, you can. And then I kill you guys. And the stream gets to see. It's all for fun. You don't have to have a certain item level or a certain rating. We don't really care about stuff like that. It's all for fun. But know this, you're going up against some of these boys, and some of these boys are straight up fucking glads, so they're gonna fucking maybe wipe the floor with you, but it's gonna be an experience worth it. And hey, it's duels, dude. When's the last time you had some good old duels? I really hope duels come back in Shadowlands though. There's a lot of potential because they're bringing back vendors, and if there's PvP vendors, there's a perfect dueling arena. And if Blizzard can make a dueling arena in Shadowlands, which we can't test right now in Alpha, by the way, yet. It's not like Ouroboros, which is the main capital city in there. Not functional yet. We can't do like endgame stuff there yet. But that's where the vendors are going to be. PvP vendors and like main hub for players. They'll go to your covenants for other as mini hubs, but you know have main hub as well in Ouroboros. And there's a vendor. What I think Blizzard should do is make like a vendors and a dueling area. Just like a flat land. Maybe with a pillar in the middle so people can do pillar plays if they want to. You know, like it with an arena or something. Or maybe just a flat land, and if you duel somebody inside of there, it resets the cooldowns. I think that'd be something fucking cool to look at, dude. I think that'd be something fun to experience, you know? Because BFA had a whole dueling area, but they didn't have vendors, so nobody used it. So if they add vendors, they better spruce up a whole cool dueling area. I actually do what they did for Kultiran and Zandalar dueling thing with a spectator mode, but just like add it so you also get cooldowns back. I think that'd be cool as hell. Switch. It looks like we're having a 4-man team on Team Red, but hopefully they get a 1+ in there. We got Dirksbine on Team Blue with Jifka going to be going up first as a Windwalker Monk. In the back, we got Killing Boom, MML Prox, and Necro X. We got Duplin on Team Red with Melee Cravey going to be going up first, doing a little bit of a wave to Jifka. We got Rehijo and Relax Bruh. Hopefully Team Red gets their 5th though before this is over. Jifka trying to get himself an opener onto Melee. Stormbolting, but that's going to be Trinket out of both actually as Alexia comes out for Jifka. And it looks like Melee looking just to bail out of there. Does go for a recharge to get himself a bigger heal. This herb comes out, not going to get that heal. Going for a Fear to counteract the Fist of Fury for Jifka though. So Melee is going through quite a lot of cooldowns here just to get through Jifka. Both of them are super low actually. Could that be a Karma? And that is going to be Karma out of Jifka while Melee Cravey does get himself in Rage Regen. Looks like both of these bad boys just blasting each other big damage. Melee just trying to wait out those Karma for a little bit longer with a Stormbolt. Locking down Jifka, walking away from the Fury, charges right back in, does get himself Bloodthirst in order to stay mobile. As long as he's able to press the Bloodthirst, he should be healthy. Bladestorm to follow in case Jifka goes for an ECC. Looking like he's just going to roll out of there. Maybe Melee Craven might be able to catch a charge and intercept Jifka. Looks like he's not completely perfect around the pillar. Does catch that slow for a second. Incap broken out immediately. Does someone to Melee Craven for a second. Better be aware of the Fist of Fury. Should be coming out very, very soon for Jifka. Lexi comes out. Jifka does go for a little bit extra heals into Fist of Fury. Melee doesn't really have an answer for it. Does go for a Stormbolt. Could maybe get the big X kit here. I think the Fury Warrior might have it. So big big war stomp to stop the rollout for Jifka. Executes are coming out. Melee taking him out. And we also got 8 sleep kill on Team Red. That's going to be Melee Craven taking the first one onto the belt. That's going to be Dirksbine going up next as an outlaw rogue. What kind of a setup is he going to go for? Throwing down a Crucible at the poor boy Melee Craven, dude. Double Crucible? Why are you dunking Crucibles on this guy, man? Oh my goodness, dunking them Crucibles. Gonna be Melee Cravey actually picking up the eyes, getting the Stormbolt onto Dirksbine, but he's super low in health. He could be going down in a moment. He needs to get some CC. Fear, probably waiting for a charge. Oh, between the eyes coming out for Dirksbine. Somehow that Fear broke. I guess it was some kind of an Azeroth thing from Melee. And Dirksbine is going to be able to get himself one easy kill. Razor going for a little bit of a salute to Dirksbine. Trying to go for a little bit of a honor duel here. Dirksbine doesn't really want to get too close. I think they might just bow from a distance. Looks like the duel is going to begin. Getting a Sapper to Rehi before Rehi can go for Spectral Sight. I feel like at that point, Rogue should probably open up further away so the Demon Hunter at least has a chance to find Rogue. You know, Spectral Sight and whatnot. It's going to be Disarmament to Rehi with a stun. And that's going to be Dashugath as Rehi goes up in the air. Looks like Dirksbine is just going to vanish and hold ground for a bit longer. Got himself a bit of a reroll with buffs. How's Rehi gonna do here though? He has Spectral Sight. He's still slow walking, still roleplay walking. Should probably disable it. Caps lock or numpad, whatever you keep on for that would be. You better press it. He's still so slow. He doesn't realize what's going on. Kills be coming out for Dirksbine into another stun onto Rehi to follow. Is gonna get a couple of those Crucibles, pistol shots to follow, and looking to just hide the Demon Hunter a little bit. Big Metamorphosis coming out for Rehi. Still roleplay walking, gouge to stop his wake as he has the Demon form up and running. Looks like Dirksbine is gonna go for a little bit of that slow kite spree. Rehi again, super slow. You gotta disable your roleplay walking, my friend. What are you doing? Cheap shot between the eyes to follow by Dirksbine. I beam again out for Rehi. Just cannot catch up to Dirksbine. He thinks it's a massive slow by the Rogue, but it is not. What is going on? It looks like he's just got thinking about one or the other. How is Rehi still alive? He's just messing with Dirksbine. Trying to see if he can fly up in the air. Dirksbine does not have a way out of this. Gonna get a Crucible into Rehi with a 2-set of Penance catching. What was that? Rehi. Rehi. What are you doing? Duplin's gonna be up here as an arms warrior, dude. As a big old arms warrior of the Horde. He got himself the full Mog and everything. I like that. I like that. Versus Dirksbine. Who wins here? I think the Outer Rogue wins just for the raw amount of healing. maybe Dublin will end up coming out on top. It's going to be a cheap shot into it between the eyes. Does go for a full dash. You got Chicken Stormbolt coming out for Dublin as he goes for a big Warbreaker on Drugs Brian. Perfect opportunity to get some damage. That's going to be parry. He actually can overpower those parries, so you get some damage through the parries either way. Try to see if you can Blaze Storm around Drugs Brian. Try to be in range to tag it with a Mastery. That's going to be a technical spawning for Drugs Brian for a second charge for Dublin. Does get hit with the Disarm. Disarming the Rogue. He still has those pistol shots though. Getting those procs from Azeroths and other abilities onto Dublin with a slow that just kites him around for quite a bit. I think I might still be a Master Bleed onto Dirk's Bind. Try to get a big old charge onto Dirk's. Gonna be a Trinket out of the cheap shot, killing that appendage stun on Dublin. I think he might be down for the count. Does get a parry up and running. Dirk's Bind still just has a massive advantage over the Warrior. Tries to go intercepting Dirk's Bind if he can. Looks like he's playing himself Reaping Flames with his duel. Gout short on Dublin. He does Zerk a Rage out of it. Commanding shot coming out. Doesn't really have a lot of health to work with here. Defensive stance is gonna hold for a bit. Trying to tag that Mastery onto Dirk's Bind, but he's super low in health. Next stun onto Dublin could be the end. Even though he's an orc, that stun does nothing to last long, and down he goes with a Crucible as Dirk's Bind does take down an Arms Warrior. Arms Warriors and duels are tough, but I guess Outlaw the Rogue in particular, I mean, you can just kite it, man. You can just get kited. If only Overpower did a lot more damage. I feel like it'd be okay if Overpower, if like you get parry to dodge, Overpower just does like 200% more damage, like as a talent or on a talent. I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe some suggestion to put into Shadowlands for future. It's going to be a Hodge onto Dirk's Brian as Relax. Going to go for big rockets as well as wings. Actually does half Dirk's Brian's health and damage into an immediate disarm by Dirk's Brian. Cloak of Shadows to follow. I don't really know if he needs to cloak early. But that's going to allow Relax Broad to go for Shield of Vengeance, knowing that Dirk's Brian cannot deal, no cloak available, cannot deal with the Shield of Vengeance. The Rogue still catches himself a Vanish reset with the reroll of them good old bones. He's gonna wait out for defenses for Relaxing, bro. Dirk's Bind, does he have any more defenses? He does have himself Crimson Vials, trying to get himself more sippy cups to work for in these duels. He's gonna have a lot of self heals available whenever possible. It looks like Relaxing Bro does have a redundant trinket here. It does have a small shield, but it's not gonna hold long. It's gonna be a Blessical Protection. Dirk's Bind has nowhere to go, no Vanish available. Does he have a grapple hook? Trying to go for a self heal. Actually gets quite a big self heal. Trinkets out of the Hammer of Justice. It's going to take down the Twisted Appendage, gets the short stun onto Relax Bra, into a Disarm to follow. Trying to kill Spear on top of Relaxing Bra, not going for a cast of heal. Should be a way they're doing kill Spear. Rogue cannot interrupt, although that would be interesting. It's going to be short stun onto Relax Bra. And he's just taking a lot of damage from this Rogue. Bubble coming down as he just taking a little bit of damage, the little bits, the small hits, the auto attacks, the short stuns, the pistol shots from the Rogue as he's just continued to pressure Relax Bro out of the bubble. He didn't go for any healing while bubble was up. Hodge onto Dirk's Bind, no trinket available. Relaxing, but this here wings. It looks like Dirk's Bind is going to be able to survive the stun into Relaxing. Does get a tentacle to follow. Tentacle is going to take down Relaxing, and down he goes. A perfect tentacle proc for Dirk's Bind is coming back out as an Outlaw Rogue God. Eats, sleep, kill, went for a bit of Fan of Nice. I think he's trying to see if he can find Dirk's Bind. Trying to Fan of Nice him out. Gouge is going to come out for Dirk's Bind. Get himself a Roll the Bones. Not the greatest boss ever. Does go for Disarm, which is Eat, Sleep, Kill. So he has a lot of this Brawler technique for him. Raw playstyle. Probably going to get a stuns too. Blind. Trinket coming out for Eat, Sleep, Kill. Perfect opportunity for Dirk's Bind to get a full stun onto Eat, Sleep, Kill with a kill, but to follow Death together right after. Does get hit with a blind himself. Eat, Sleep is going to be able to get a proper opener here with a Vendetta too if he wants to end it. Dirk's Bind is an Orc. Oh, Gouge right before the kidney shot comes out. Does he go for the damage at all? Crucible to follow. Eat, Sleep still not out of the fight, but Dirk's Bind is going to be able to catch himself another stun onto Eat, Sleep. Get himself a Adrenaline Rush for a second. If he gets those pistol shots, he'll be in a good spot. Does get himself between the eyes. Eat, Sleep just has no answer for it whatsoever. Does Dirk's Bind go for another between the eyes? Maybe Cloak of Shadows coming out a little bit early. Vanish comes in for Eat, Sleep, Kill. Does get a cheap shot for Dirk's Bind. Evasion is up and running. Dirk's Bind just needs himself some kind of a proc for a Corruption. Killing the shot though might end them. Vendetta to follow. Dirk's Bind popping himself heals. That's a lot of healing available. Shortest stun in the world on Sleep Kill. He doesn't have evasion anymore. Into a disarm. Dirk's Bind might be able to take him out actually. Just needs a little more damage with those pistol shots to follow. Just trying to get those pistol shots back to back. Vanish coming out for Dirk's Bind for a second. Cheap shot. And does end up running through the whole enemy team red. I think Sleep actually left before the... No, he did die. 1v5 by the Outlaw Rogue champ right here. This is the OG Rogue from Dalaran 5V5. That's true. He is OG, dude. He's one of the first few dudes. He's as old as Cat, I'd say. As old as our boy Catchican. Dude, even Christina is one of the OGs too. They're like from the... Well, I'll talk about Legion or BFA. Because Legion OG, there's only a few boys like that were back in Legion. That was, Athaman was in Legion. Chrysler was in Legion, and a couple more boys. Was it Atha? Look, was it Chrysler? Maybe Chrysler was BFA actually. No, Tasty and Atha, I think, from Legion. I think Kachikan is from BFA. Or maybe Cat is Legion. It's been such a long time. I've been in this duel for so long, it's hard to keep track. But that was a good duel by the Rogue, man. Very well done. Any more Alpha later? I think I'll do Alpha. So tomorrow we're going to do NA duels for 5v5 1s. Then I think Sunday we'll do Alpha stuff. How does that sound, boys? I also got to find some time to do keys on my alts. So we can have a Tuesday chess stuff. I might find some time this week and maybe after the stream to get some keys done on my alts. I'm gonna play Dalaran games, man. You're more than welcome to join. Just gotta look up an LFG. Gotta look up an LFG and Nathaniel, not Nathaniel, not TH, Nathaniel, not Nat. Is that the name? Nathaniel. Wow. Oh, it is Nathaniel. Just the TH isn't written, but it's implied. I'm making no sense, dude. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Have you been Affliction Warlock in this duel? There have been some, but never really did amazing. I think the only one that really done well was one from NA. Got 3 kills back to back. But it's so hard. It's so hard. Maybe there might have been somebody else. I think Toasty is another Affliction Warlock that did pretty well before. I think he got 3 kills too. But past that, you don't really get a lot. By the way, Arms Warriors got a very big change. They're actually, Arms Warriors I think are going to be a little bit more tankier in Shadowlands. Yeah, they got pretty big changes. I'm yet to really look at them in detail, but I really want to. Toasty, there you go, dude. Dal, remember the insane healing Warlock back in Legion? Well, it was me, but I didn't play Warlock since BFA came out. Nelly? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I don't... Back in Legion? Did they have insane healing back in Legion? I remember big Chaos Bolts. Very similar to what they have now, right? Maybe... Because remember back in WoW they had a lot of healing, right? They would use those soul shards, or they would call them embers, to heal themselves for like 26% of their health. You can make it hot to make it even better. But it will be over time instead of like immediate heal. Yeah, but maybe I just don't remember it all that well. It's been so long ago, dude. It's been so long ago. Eventually, like after like enough memory collects in my head, I'm like, oh, new expansion, some things gotta leave. New things gotta come into my head. So I'm already like getting used to, like, I almost, if you watch that duel, I almost said kidney shot for Dirk Bond like at least 1 billion times. I was gonna say between the eyes opener, between the stun, but I'm already in that idea of Shadowlands mindset where it's kidney shots is back up. Between the eyes just a debuff like a Colossus match, but I'm in that mindset where kidney shots is the big outlaw stun now, which is so weird. Now, when I think about the scaling, World PvP or NBG, like in BFA, I think it works pretty well, besides corruptions. That's, I think, the only thing that doesn't really scale well. So, like, you'll still take a shitload of corruption damage if, like, say, you're, like, low item level. But scaling works in BFA. It does a little. It's not as intrusive as Legion. Legion scaling was awful in terms of, like, it just changed everything. As soon as you enter PvP, World PvP was insane, first of all, so only like competitive PvP, like arenas and BGs where scaling kind of worked. And it wasn't bad there, but it's just like, I didn't like the fact that you couldn't affect your stats, right? Gear was meaningless almost. I guess it was kind of cool, but like Blizzard gave certain specs bad stats and you couldn't change your spec, you couldn't make it better. With current system you can, and scaling does exist to help lower item level players be somewhat competitive, but of course gear is going to be like, a gear player with a lot of skill is going to be able to slap people around, right? Not all I can do. New casting while moving back for Warlock and Elemental? No, I don't know. Maybe the new changes to Warlock and Shaman might not need it. Hashtag Dalaran, hashtag 1340, it is. Elemental gets Spirit Walkers. Yes, Elemental gets Spirit Walker's Grace. And I don't know if it's a bug or not, but it looked like Enhance can cast healing while moving. At least your healing surge. But that seems to be a bug. We can't tell what's a bug. We can't tell if you're supposed to be able to cast while moving as self-heal or not supposed to be able to cast while moving. But if you can as Enhance, I think that'll be a really good thing for a melee. Especially in PvP. You know, stay mobile. That'll be like your thing. Best melee class versus damage, Paola. Best melee class versus Paladin? I'd say Monks and Pharaohs are pretty good if you play it right. Assassin Rogue can beat Paladins. Death Knights can do it too. Alright, sorry, I needed that break, dude. I'm actually going insane. I didn't get a lot of sleep, boys. So I needed a little bit of break to talk about Shadowlands, because Literally, that's on my mind all day. Let's get back to Athaman and Storm. Thank you guys for being really... Seriously, boys, thank you so much for being understanding. None of you are really complaining about me like taking a little bit long or messing up my fucking words, or most of you are having a good time, and that's what I'm happy about, man. We can all enjoy some duels, have a goddamn good time with a goddamn beautiful community over here, and that shit just makes you happy, dude. Makes you happy to be fucking streaming. Even though I'm exhausted, I literally want to take a nap, but I'm happy chilling with all y'all. I'll definitely make sure to get some sleep tonight. Did you try to redesign Blood Talents Apparel? I played with it, but I didn't really get to like truly test it, I guess. It's interesting. We'll see how it works out. They're all hard down, no homo. Hashtag no homo, boys. Why no homo? Tasty, I want you to be in my bed, or next to my bed. That sounds weird. Tuck me to sleep and kiss me on the forehead good night, okay? Why are you making it weird? We got ourselves Team Blue with our Wrath. We got ourselves Fam, Agoka, and 6 Snuffles, and Zero Energy. Looking like, that little hoodie with the Valpera. It's like, it's kind of cute. You know, people are like, oh man, cringy Valpera is so cringy, but it's kind of cute. Not gonna lie. We got Team Red with Athaman. We got ourselves Massacre, Road Sick, Yuki Zep, and Warport up first. So Zero Energy going for a little bit of bow in that duel. Zero Energy with their own bit of a bow. It's going to be the Horde versus Alliance, with Warport being the most likely a Destrom. If it's Affliction, that would be cool, but he's most likely a Destrom. Look at all that gear he got. I mean, fiery shoulders, fiery weapons, fiery everything. A succubus. I think only a big old Destro Warlock Chads wear those. That's going to be a massive Infernal. Just making it conclusive that yes, it is a Destro hitting Zero Energy with a Death Coil into a Fear. Zero Energy going for a Trinket. He was taking quite a bit of damage here in the opener. It's looking like he's going to go for a little bit of slow tactic with those pets. So there's going to be a Smoke Bomb coming out as he jukes away from that Chaos Bolt. Stun trying to come out for Warport as he has all the cooldowns, but cannot catch the elusive Rogue. Zero Energy is still taking quite a bit of damage. He's taking a lot of damage. The pet damage is quite big because the Infernal does have Immolation aura around him, which is quite a lot. Vendetta coming out for Zero Energy. He's feeling very confident as soon as the Infernal dissipates. He's still in a bad spot. Has a Cloak of Shadows here. He's going to use Cloak. That's going to be trying to go for an interrupt into Warport. I think he kicked him maybe on a Fear. And Warport eating a bite to the face while Vendetta's up and running. Just goes for Warlock Hellstone. This man is doing fine, but it looks like Zero Energy is catching up on health a little. So if Warport, he needs to get himself another CC chain versus this Rogue. And Zero Energy needs a CC chain of his own. Without having a Cloak, he won't be able to Cloak of Shadows a Death Coil. So that's going to be quite bad. Fear overlapping together with Succubus CC. Not sure if that's a good idea. Still almost lets Warport out. And Chaos Bolt turning around onto Warport with a kidney shot. Does still get a Death Coil out. Another Chaos Bolt coming out for free. Maybe a second one. Nope. Zero Energy does get hit with a Conflag as he goes behind the pillar. Does get himself a Sippy Cup to maintain. That's going to be a stun on the side. Cataclysm doesn't connect. It looks like it doesn't actually, because it was a little bit higher elevated. The Z-axis kind of screwed Warport over there. That's so unfortunate. They didn't change that, dude. That should have hit. It was in the mid area. Like it was off the ground, but it still should have hit. That's just silly. That's just silly. Warport catching up on a little bit of healing from the living armor or demonic armor. That's going to be a Conflag into a Fear onto Zero with an Immolate to follow. Chaos Bolt right after. Does he have line of sight? Does not have line of sight. Zero catching himself yet another Twisted Appendage onto Warport. Goes for a big heal. Death Coil to follow onto Zero as he's trying to get counteracted with those Chaos Bolts. Trying to min-max the damage. He's taking a lot of damage of his own. Does throw down the Voodoo Totem dot onto Zero, but Warport is going to get down before Zero does. And that's going to be a Massacre up next. Taking out the Rogue immediately, but that's going to be Evasion with a chicken coming out for Zero. Looking like he doesn't want to get exterminated or massacred just yet. That's gonna be this dwarf. Is it Dark Iron or normal dwarf? Or look at a Dark Iron, or look at normal dwarf. Looks like he's gonna get himself a little bit of a self-heal rolling here. It looks like Zero is gonna be repositioning. Massacre is gonna pick up those eyes. Zero, does he have any more energy left here though, dude? Vendetta, he might be able to get one in. He might be able to squeeze out a little bit extra energy out of this next duel versus Massacre as he's approaching on a big ass Drake. Without evasion, though, it's going to be quite tough. Probably still has blind available to deal with Massacre, so he's able to blind him. No trinket available for Massacre. He doesn't have Kinetic Shout anymore, but he's still holding on to Enrage Regeneration. Still didn't find the Rogue while using his eyes. Actually, very surprised. Let's see. This is gonna be like a go. He can't be behind that pillar. Maybe it's this pillar? Nope, maybe that pillar. He's looking for him. He should see him. Does see him, does hit him. Kidney shot is gonna connect. Force and Zero Energy to take down the twisted appendage. That's gonna be Massacre landing the Stormbolt through the pillar, leaping on top of Zero, and as long as he can play his little Bloodthirst, he'll be in a good spot. But does Massacre have Vendetta on him? He does have Vendetta. There's little skulls that are emanating off of him, so Zero Energy pop big Vendetta into the guy, popping him maybe a little bit early. Massacre, yet another kidney shot is get eaten, but that's gonna be heavily DR'd. But the slows for the crippling poison, not a lot you can essentially do about it. Do you know that right now in the alpha, you can have crippling poison and mind numbing poison? And when you cast Shiv, because of mind numbing poison, you can de-enrage the enemy, and crippling poison pops a 70% slow. I wonder if that's supposed to be like that, or if it's supposed to just only have one. Only crippling or mind numbing. Maybe it's expected to have both. It's gonna be kidney shot onto Massacre. Zero Energy goes for Destiny got tricked. No Vendetta to follow from there. But that's going to be Fear onto the Rogue. Charge for Massacre to get a little bit extra healing. Zero Energy almost has evasion. Popping that evasion as Massacre trying to get those executes in there, dude. Cloaker Shot is coming up for Zero just in case. Stormbolt triggers out of Stormbolt. Evasion is going to last only so long. Vanishes out, but Massacre leaps right on top of him. If he gets some sort of a down to Zero, that'll be lights out, but he does not at the 5-minute mark. Zero Energy is still running from the competition, still trying to survive as long as humanly possible. Gonna be mounted up by Massacre, picking up the eyes again. This man has a trick and everything. So far, hasn't had to pop a defensive whatsoever. Kidney shot coming out for Zero Energy. Massacre choosing not to kidney shot, not to trick it out of the kidney shot. And Zero just maintaining his poisons on the boy. Brawling out. Massacre so far has been running after the Zero Energy. He's been chasing after this whole time the elusive Rogue. But maybe Zero Energy is taking a bit of damage. Maybe his time has come. Nope. Just gotta let those crippling poisons just cripple Massacre, man. Not a lot he could do. He can chase only so much. He needs to get those Bloodthirsts on. Honestly, he needs to Bloodthirst as often as possible. Maybe that's what he's not doing. He needs to Bloodthirst mostly for the clear of the slows, so he can stay on top of Zero. Probably going in for Raging Blows, trying to get big setups, trying to go for execute procs. He needs to Bloodthirst every single time. Picking up the eyes again, and this man so far has been hidden this whole time, been able to escape Massacre this whole time. Although Zero Energy without evasion, without trinket, without anything, Massacre could finally maybe lock him down. He's going to trinket out of the... Getting a bike to the face. Is going to trick it out of the kidney shot. Very late though. He keeps backing away from Zero. He's just landing those crippling poisons. Cripple the guy. Yeah, Massacre. I think it's just going to be a long game until you're done for the count. Cheap shot coming out by Zero Energy. Maybe he'll go for yet another kidney shot here. That's going to be extra internal bleeding. This is going to be Destiny got shaken with Reaping Flames getting super low. Massacre finally goes in for the big heal when he needed it. Big charge. Bloodthirst need to come out immediately. Try to kill the Tentacle ASAP, and Zero Energy try to get those slows proactive as Massacre goes over to take down the Tentacles. Needs to Bloodthirst as much as humanly possible. Back-to-back evasion is available for Zero. Did he mark for the kidney shot Massacre just now? He might have tried to while Bladestorm was up. So Massacre is actually free to just rain terror on this Rogue for a little bit. Zero has advantage for a second. Massacre staying right on top of him. Doing a good job. Continues to AoE. But looks like not only crippling poison, but even the corruption slow just stopped him in his tracks. Wow, so far Zero just, I mean, still alive. 7 minutes in. I feel like it's just Massacre just unable to just finalize the kill. Maybe Zero just isn't lining up cooldowns together. Disarm coming out onto the Rogue. Massacre, does he have a Vendetta on him? It does. Vendetta for Zero Energy might be his go-to here. Does go for a Dwarven Racial. Dark Iron Dwarf sheds all those dots. Zero Energy having to put those dots back up. Try to go for Reaper Flames. Could be the execute, and Massacre ends up taking Zero Energy in the end of it all after having a good old brawl for about, what, 6 minutes? That was a pretty long one. Neither of them wanted to go down. Goku Instinct in the Stormbolt as Massacre trying to see if he can get a charge heal. It's going to be in cap. Does Massacre come back out of this at all? I highly doubt it. Trying to see if he can Blaze Storm out of there. Needs more of those Bloodthirst ASAP. Just start spamming them. He's trying to go for a bit of self heals with those Crucibles dampen at 20%. Goku Instinct getting a fat corruption slap onto the boy. And Yuki is going to be up next. What the hell hit him in that stealth? I have no idea. To be honest, I have no idea. Goku, Fist of Fury coming out, going to be able to parry down Yuki, forcing out that evasion out of the rogue, and Goku going for a port. Perfect opportunity for Yuki to really get a kidney shot. Goku is super low on health, probably going to be tricky karma. Immediately just trying to whittle him down. No kidney shot available yet by the rogue. Lexi by Goku, that's going to be triggered by the rogue. Touch death is going to be up onto the assassin rogue. Goku barely any health, maybe going to be a vanish out of Yuki. Anyone could be going down. Karma coming out onto Goku, does get touch of death to proc onto Yuki, did not vanish that touch of death in the end. In cap onto Atha, man, before things go bad, and he's just rolling the hell out of there, dude. Catching those vivifies ASAP. Atha getting booped out, maybe that crucible would be enough to dunk down. Judgment to fall it, does he have enough? Goku still trying to stay alive as best as possible, and that's gonna be it. The dots from Atha was enough to take him out. Snuffles walking up to Athaman. Look to check out the Paladin immediately. Cheap shot opener coming out by this assassination rogue. And we hitting the 9-minute mark, 27% dampening, which is quite high. So for Atha, there's going to be quite a lot of healing denied. He's going to have to be proactive with his poisons, trying to take off the food poison as often as possible. There's going to be twisted up energy on him. Eliminates that thing. Wings are up and running. Big Death Streak got Trika with a huge Templar's Verdict. Tricky coming out for Atha with that adaptation as the blind comes out for Snuffles. It looks like the rogue is going to get away scot-free either way. Does land a sap into Atha, cast control into Atha, but Destiny got together with Wings and Templar's Verdict was huge for Atha, man. That's a lot of burst damage all in a single button, in a single global. Snuffles popping invasion maybe a little bit early before Athaman even goes offensive. It's going to be Shield of Vengeance. If you can just skip that Shield of Vengeance on top of Snuffles, he'll be in a good spot. Is that a Vendetta? Also popped a Vendetta. All these rogues popping Vendetta so early and not committing. The pop Vendetta and just run away makes no sense. Cloak of Shadows available for Snuffles, does get a kidney shot onto Atha. Shield of Vengeance pops, but Cloak of Shadows was covering Snuffles. So he'll be in a good spot. 10 minutes and 32% dampening. From here on, boys, healing is going to be almost... Once a minuscule, that's the word I wanted to use, but the higher the dampening gets, the worse healing is going to get. It's just going to be non-reliable anymore, essentially. Cheap shot onto Athaman. He does have adaptation back up, so next full kidney shot. It could be in a good spot. It's going to get a slow onto Snuffles with a Hand of Freedom. Walking up to the rogue. Shadow Stab. Trying to juke him out. It's going to be a hard streak inside of it. Looks like it was a little bit of lag from Snuffles. Or me. Or me. That's going to be a little bit damaged by Atha. Try to see if we can take down Snuffles. It's going to be advantaged by the rogue. It's got quite a lot of cooldowns out of Atha there. It looks like the all Atha can do is just pick up the eye, get it sapped up on that adaptation. And Snuffles, happy that he got the trinket out of Atha, just scurries out of there immediately. Cheap shot by Snuffles onto Athaman. Kidney shot to follow right after, and looks like he's just going to go for a full-on reset. Doesn't really just stay on top of the guy anymore. He's going to bail out of there. What's up, SATA, my man? I hope you're having a good one, my dude. I think I'm going to wreck them. We'll see, man. We'll see. Snuffles just not giving him an opportunity to play the game at all. He just sapping him, man. Just sapping him for the sake of sapping. Are the other eyes back up? No, Atha's like, you know what, this rogue can just run circles all day, dude. Not in this arena. Cheap shot coming out, maybe a kidney shot right after. Athaman does have adaptation almost soon. Snuffles doesn't have a pillar to actually back up to, so not a lot he can really do about it. Smoke bomb coming in. Atha just continues to throw judgments and throw ranged abilities at Snuffles. Hodge coming out, has some wings, dashing out with a temporal. That is going to be a cheat death for Snuffles. Trinket out of Atha for the adaptation. Executed that rogue. All he needed is just one good setup, and he'll be good. Our rat trying to get him on a duel. No adaptation available for Athaman, but still has every defensive since Rogue could not really force that much pressure. Rogue mostly was just a thorn at Athaman's side, just like staying in the game, but not really forcing out big defensives. Which I don't understand why Assassination Rogues pop a Vendetta and then just run away. That's a big cooldown. Imagine me popping Plunder Armor into somebody and then running in the other direction. Oh, Paladin popping wings in it, running away. I mean, maybe there's some core situations where that might be useful as a strat, but I'd highly doubt it. Alright, that's going up in the air, trying to see if we can bombard our boy Athaman. He had himself Shield of Vengeance for a second. There's going to be a few fell lances getting through into that health bar, chucking into Athaman's 1 H pool that he has. Stun onto Atha to follow with an Ibium right after. Arath trying to go for a bit of a setup. Hodge onto Arath, and Athaman backing up. Arath not shrinking out of it. Athaman might be able to punish him, doing a little bit of damage before backing up at the last second of that stun. Now this is going to be Hand of Hindrance to slow him down some more. As we are heading to the 50% dampening, boys. Arath barely has any health. Destrucats coming out by Athaman. Safeguard trick and proc through Arath. Does get himself a Motherboar up and running. Short stun onto Atham. Might have to bubble his darkness coming down for Arath, though. Barely has any health, and Atham does get a ranged hit with Blades of Justice from afar. Fam is going to be up next, throwing a bike at Atham. He bubbles it immediately. And Fam is not going anywhere. He just popped Thorns. He has a lot of corruption on himself, though, so Atham might be able to play through that. Fam is the guy that had a lot of those corruptions like kind of mess him up. So if Athaman can just tag Fama, force out the thing from beyond, he'll be in a good spot. Hodge and Fama, he should us out of it immediately. If he can get Fama into an eyeball, that eye will be more likely to prog those things from beyond. So Athaman just actually has a strat here. He could go Blessing Protection here, got himself Shield of Vengeance. He actually just needs to kite it out until Fama just basically screws himself over with those corruptions. He's pretty corrupted. Shield of Vengeance out for Athaman. As Fama just continuing to get the big bites at Athens. It's going to be Shield of Vengeance popping off. Trying to get a War Staff. Did not quite reach Athens. He walked away from him. That's going to be more regrowth for Fama. And Athaman not letting the cat or hatch or resell whatsoever. Hand of Freedom as the Thorns are coming out. Want to follow, slowing down Fama. And it looks like it is Hand of Freedom that, or Hand of Hindrance that is slowing him down. It's not a corruption or anything like that. At least not yet. And Fama's still out in the open. Still, not a single bad corruption hit him yet. Athaman got himself big wings and down he goes. I was expecting for him to get taken down by his own corruption. But Athaman came in, slapped his boys in a big old 1v4. Really? Is that how long that duel against the Rogue and the Fury War it lasted? That was quite a while. That's quite a bit. Alright, boys, let's get another one going, yeah? We get maybe at least an Uno Mas. I think I got at least an Uno Mas in me today. Oi. 7. Here we go. Cat, you can get a group? Dirks, my man, thank you so much for that donut. That is super beautiful of you. Does Cat actually have a group? There for the yawns. Ooh. Let's get Cat in here, boys. Yo, Dirks, can we get a hashtag Dirks in chat? Join opportunity for the wonderful donation, my man. Hey, good job in the duel, by the way. That went really, really well. Have you tried running Outlaw with a Conflict and Strive, by the way? And Mark for Death. Conflict and Strive, Mark for Death, triple pistol shot, Destrugath, bike. On a stun extra versatility. Could be something interesting. Might want to try it out. Big heals. Conflict and Strive, major. Yes, major, not minor. Major. Although Papa Christina handles your groups today. Cat is with the Alex. Go, 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 go. Okay, Alex got Cat. Okay, Alex, we're gonna queue him. Who do we queue versus Alex? Who do we queue versus Cat? Should we queue Norflucio? Athaman and Storm just played. Norflucio and Random pretty sure just played. Snippy and Mark played, I believe, too. So who do we queue against him? What's up, Dwarf? How you doing, my man? Holy Batman Dalaran, not been around for a while. Hope you enjoy. Oh my god. Dude, Dwarf, you are a 2-year, 4 months member. My man, thank you for the continued support. Where have you been, you beautiful SOB? Fucking love you, buddy. Hope you're doing okay. Hope you're safe, my dude. Yeah, Dwarf, we got Alpha. So you should hang out on streams. You should join some more streams. We're probably going to stream a lot more Alpha, Shadowlands. And I got videos on classes. Dwarf, let me know which... You've been such a long-term supporter. Which class do you want to see in Shadowlands? We already did Rogue, Plan to the Death Knight. What do you want to see? Her casts are deadly nowadays. Do you have any tasty warlocks out there? Tasty warlocks. We have Tasty and we have Chrysler. But if we put Tasty and Chrysler together, we'll have Tasty warlocks. That would be the team name. That's not the best PvP class in Shadowlands. Too early to tell. Too early to call, man. Tonight's big loser. Fucking love that. We got a group ready. Rexath. Do I have you added? We get Rexath in here. That is the new name. Please be one of the new dudes. Have you added me, Rek? Oh, here you go. Let's get you versus Athel. Oh, Cat. Let's get you versus Cat. Rexath, whisper me something. Anything. Just so I can see your name. You did. Let's do Rexath versus Alex. New people versus Cat. How does that sound? And Alex. Don't have a target. Are you guys in the same team as Alex, by the way? Are you online, Rexath? You might be offline. Rexath. Go online so I can kill you. I think that's the problem. Yeah, just turn your thing online for a second. I know you're hiding from like your friends or something. As soon as you go online, we can queue. Balance Druid? That's an interesting one. Counting to showcase that sub Dal lol. I think I might be joining Rogues ranks video. That or Enhanced with Shaman. I made a video catalog on Rogues, Sub, Assas, and Outlaw. Okay, Rexath 0. Yeah, I already made a video and I showed a little bit of that sub rogue, man. Do you want me to show like PvP as sub or something? That could be interesting. I think that'd be kind of cool, just dueling people and stuff. I hope they nerf Demon Hunter and PvP to the ground. I hope they don't nerf it completely, because a lot of people play Demon Hunter. But I hope they're not like busted effective good, you know what I mean? I just hope they're not like insane, you know what I mean? Because they've been pretty insane for the last 2 expansions. Like, I want them to be more middle of the ground, like a Survival Hunter, right? Survival Hunter never been insane. They're good, they have comms to play, but not insane, you know what I mean? I would want them to be along that lines, you know? I mean, every class, there's always ups and downs. Some classes are the strongest, some classes are not. But I would want them to be as effective as maybe an... I don't want them to be like an Unholy Death Knight. You know what I mean? I don't want to see a billion of them. But I want to see them once in a while, and I want them to be good. That's essentially what I want them to be. I've been good, been busy with college, and actually not bothered about a new class. Also not played a couple of months, so what's up with the game? Yeah, I made a video on the rogue changes and stream stuff, man. You're more than welcome to join in. I'll explain everything that is new, my dude. I hope you're doing safe out there, my guy. Hope you're doing safe. Alright, switch. We got ourselves Team Blue with Omega. Whoa, I'm swapping the wrong person. Omega versus Relax Bro. Omega going for big damage. Big bash to follow. It looks like he's going to be bailing out of it. Team Blue has Christina, effective catcher can, and Fruity Dad. Omega looking like he's actually going to get a full reset with Relax Bro. We got Telrion on Team Arms. Team Red. We got ourselves right here. We got ourselves Marcellus, as well as Eat, Sleep, Kill. Got ourselves the boys on Team Red versus Team Blue with leading charge with Katrick and Omega going to be going up first though. Thorns are up for Omega as Hodge coming up for lags, but is he going to go for big damage? Is he going to go for wings? Is that going to be a big rocket trick? And it is trying to line up a Templar's Verdict as the rockets connect. I think Omega might have pre-walled all that damage though. Shield Event is coming up for relax, bro. Is going to be able to get a short slow onto Omega with Mount up and running. He actually does cleanse damage from Omega. What is he cleansing though? Is the slow from Feral still a disease from Rake? Or is that not a disease anymore? Keeps cleansing. I just kind of got confused on that. That's going to be a reset for the Feral. And Relax Bar going to be down Shield of Vengeance. Omega did not get Bubble or Bop from him. Needs to go for a little bit extra damage in order to make that happen. For Relax Bro, the longer he waits for the Shield of Edges, the better. It's going to be a big old sparkly kitty opening up. Opportunity for big damage. Thorns to follow. Relax Bro is going to get a stun for Omega. No trinket available for the Feral. Trying to go for Flash of Light. Omega does not want to trinket this. Relax Bro doesn't have any damage. Doesn't want to do any damage into those Thorns whatsoever. Big bite out of Omega. Might be something out of Relax Bro if it backs away and maybe gets, Bubble coming out. Let's take it back up and interrupt him as he goes for a cast. It looks like Omega jukes out of there as soon as he sees the big bubble out of Relax Bro. Regenerating coming into play for Omega. We haven't seen that Rachel be used that much in these duels ever since Dalaran got added. Remember at the very beginning, Paladins would regenerate really strong, but since then, more offensive focus Rachels became a lot stronger. While coming out for Omega, Relax Bro, popping him the big wings, trying to see if might be able to get counter-offensive damage versus the Feral. Got Thorns up and running. It's gonna be Thorns, but no trinket as Relax Bro is just obliterating himself to those Thorns. He's gonna continue hitting while Thorns are up. And that Stars continue to attack him. Relaxabot doesn't have any bleeds on him for a second. Omega needs to reapply those bleeds ASAP if he just wants to end this duel right here. Shield Event is going to hold him up. Relaxabot if he can get another set of wings as Shield Event just pops. That would be huge though. Looks like Eat Sleep and Kill is just stealthing around already. I hope as long as he doesn't attack people, I guess I'm okay with that. But Eat Sleep, could you stick with a Team Red, please? That'd be great. If you could just chill with a Team Red. Just so we know, you're not going to just randomly just jump into somebody, dude. You cool with that? I think I'm cool with that. It's going to be a Hodge to Omega as Relaxing Bro did pick up the eyes. Tricky coming out finally out of the Feral. Going to be tricking out of the both of them. Well, it's going to be huge. Rocket damage. Omega pre-walling this with Thorns up and running. Relaxing Bro no longer with wings, but Omega's health does not look that good. Twisted Appendage is doing quite a hefty amount of damage. Relaxing Bro looking to catch himself another setup onto Omega. Reaper Flames coming out by the Feral. Might be able to end Relaxing Bro here. Big bites. There's a big Templars. And down goes Relaxing Bro, with Omega taking him out. Next time on Team Red, who's going to be up next? Is it going to be Talrion the Warrior? Rehi, Marcellus, it looks like it is going to be eat, sleep, kill as an assassination rogue. Even went back, came out of stealth, letting him get a little bit of a setup with a bit of a heal, and it's going to come in as an assassin while he's sending Bear from Garrote to follow in the opener. Gonna get the dots up and running. Toxic Bomb proccing onto a Mega Wally and Bear. Thorns are up and running. And Eat Sleep Kill is not gonna go for. Oh no, he does go for a kidney shot. Belfin off the Thorns. That's gonna be twisted up image, and it looks like it's gonna be stars flying for one or the other. And I'm making us blood. He just getting bursted down, dude. Eat Sleep Kill just went in for the big blood damage, man. Not blood of the enemy, but he just won blood. Just out for blood. Gachka sacrificing his boy. His soul for the good luck, and he's gonna be up next as a Fury Warrior Juggernaut, dude. Been a while, buddy. Hope you're doing okay. Try to see if you might be able to whirlwind the rogue maybe a little early. He does adaptation out of it. Yeah, he does play an adaptation. I guess you see right here, Mouseless, Telrion, and you sleep. The adaptation is going to be an interesting choice. It's going to allow the rogue a lot of control over Kachika. That's going to be twisted advantage. Eliminate this thing immediately. Kindle shot onto Kachika to follow. Eat Sleep Killer just going through the damage. Does not have Vendetta. And Kachika is just going to stand his ground. Stormbolt onto Eat Sleep as he has evasion up and running. So Kachika is now going to try to go for a little bit of a kite. Gets a slow onto Eat Sleep Kill. It's actually going to leap past him. Could get himself a big charge heal as evasion goes down. Kachika just doesn't have a need to just run circles around the guy if he doesn't need to. Just stood his ground. Disarm coming out onto Eat Sleep. Probably had a mark for death ready soonish. Blinded to Cat, allowing Eat Sleep Kill to catch a full reset here. Gonna be able to catch a full cheap shot sap. Zerka Rage and Whirlwind him out any moment. Could do it any time. Gonna be a Garrote into Dots. Kachika maybe goes for a Stormbolt. Blaze Storm coming out before a Kineshot comes out. Still could be a Kineshot coming out for Eat Sleep. Not before he catches the Stormbolt right to the face. Kachika just continue to pummel him down with big old axes. Adaptation coming out for that Kineshot as Eat Sleep Kill is not gonna be able to get any kind of CC onto Cat. 30 seconds left without Vanish. So that's essentially the only defensive he has right now. Does he go for a Vendetta onto Cat? He did go for a Vendetta. Warstorm coming out, but big executes on a Cat and taking out the rogue. Stood his ground, didn't go anywhere. Just outplaying him ability to ability, and he's gonna go for food immediately. Now for Marcellus, he has opportunity to give him an honor duel or not. It looks like he is going to hit him. He is playing Enhancement Shaman. Interesting choice. That could be a lot of damage. Capacitor turn coming down. Marcellus throwing down a bike over in Cat. Big damage coming out. That's going to be Cat taken out of that twisted appendage. Stormbolt on Marcellus. He does trick out. Fury to Fall. Does not have a totem for it. Cat is staring at the guy, waiting out for the ascension to be over. Disarm. Marcellus is going to be disarmed. Not going to be able to do the big damage he needs, so no more trinket available. So it might be a little bit rough for him. Gonna Goblin jumper pad out of there immediately. Gotcha, I love the playstyle. Just stand still and just doesn't need to go anywhere. He just like, let's see what the enemy does. Use an ability. I use that ability to counter you. Next ability. He doesn't need to run circles around people. It's like, he doesn't need to use up all that energy in a sense. Grounding Totem coming down. Not that Ketchikan can really do anything against grounding. Marcellus does have himself wall. Last wall. Going to be a Bloodlust. Does have a Twisted Appendage. That's going to be Stormbolt onto Marcellus. No more damage. And down goes. Ketchikan lands that Execute Telrion as an arms warrior. Ketchikan didn't even pop himself in Rage Gen. He's going for food. If Telrion wants to give him the honor duel, he can. If he wants to stop him, he doesn't have to give him honor duel. He doesn't have to. But he's giving him that honor duel. Being an arms warrior, he's going to be behind versus Ketchikan. Looks like it's going to be a big old war breaker. Telrion getting hit with the disarm. Trinkets out of the disarm. Ketchikan is just going to leap away, denying any damage from Telrion. Fear coming out, going to actually adapt out of it, even though he did Zerka Rage. That's actually unfortunate. The Fear forced out adaptation, so Ketchikan won't have anything. I think the skies just turned dark in this arena, and it's a rainy day on Borealis, boys, as two Juggernaut warriors clashing together down the middle. Telrion actually holding his own on health for a bit. Ketchikan not really going super hyper mega offensive just yet. Blaze coming out. We're just gonna stack up big mastery onto Cat. Bjerg's Brian with a big old donut. My man, how are you doing? GG, he says GG, Cat, he kills noobs all day, smiley face, smiley face. Yo, can we get a hashtag Dirk's Brian chat? Showing appreciation for the one for the my man, appreciate you. Ketchikan just taking it slow with Telrion. Does Telrion have a personal heal or something? Does he have the Legion build? Because his health is not really going down. It looks like he is playing a big heal build maybe as Arms Warrior. Charge onto Cat as he's trying to bail out. Leap to follow as he's hit with the disarm. It looks like Telrion might have something that heals him. Maybe like a lot of leech. Maybe he just got like a trinket with the healing. Something is healing him. I'm not sure what, because his health is going up. Maybe he's just going for as much self-healing as possible. Crucibles to follow, and maybe he has that. He has the improved Victor Rush. That's going to be lots of damage coming in for Cat. Dalaran actually dipping down little by little. I think he's going to be down for the count. Does get himself a small heal here. Has parry if he needs to. But he's just super low in health. How is he healing himself? He is continuing to heal himself. Catch could take it a bit of damage too, but being Fury War, I mean, you have natural healing. And it looks to tell you, well, wrong one. Might be going down here. No parry available. Does he use parry at all? Does he even go for a parry Stormbolt? Not really sure what Dalaran was trying to do, but there it is. He will heal himself quite a bit. I was actually thinking, wow, maybe it could be something. Didn't pop parry. Catch can actually have to pop in Rejuvenation right now versus Rayo. Rehiho? Rehi? I call it Rehi. Rehi. 9 minutes in, 26% dampening. That's going to be full Metamorphosis Demon form up and running. Reiki accidentally picking up this eye is going to be astounded to Trash Cat. Could that be the end to Cat himself? No more Enrage Regeneration. Stormbolt onto Reiki. Going to be a trinket out of him. Commanding Shout still available for Catchican if he needs to. Is he going to do it? That's going to be Enrage Regeneration coming out. Yeah, Enrage Regen. No, Zerker Rage coming out for that Imprison. Interrupt onto Reiki as the Abby comes out. Looks like Catchican going in for just a kiting play versus Reiki. He sees that Metamorphosis. He's like, you know what? I'm going to kite it. Actual Blaze Storm's a stun, which is so perfect for him. Catchican needs himself a little bit more healing. Actual super low in health. Does he get the charge heal? He does get a charge heal. Is there any more control from there? Disarm to follow as Reiki goes up in the air. Catchican has Reflect for a couple of those fell lances. Reflected a few of those. And looks like he's going to survive for just a little longer. Commanding Shout no longer available for him. So that might be bad. Stormbolt onto Ray. He doesn't catch himself any more healing. Bloodthirst needs to come out as the VA hitting the 30% dampening Hero Boy's charge. Interrupting that I-beam. And down he goes. He actually tried to play Reiki for the long kite, long haul game. And not a lot he can really do about it past that. But Catchican's back, boys. Cat is back. Fury Dad getting opened up on by Reiki in the opener here. Breath into a poly. Gonna be great pyro. No trick available for Reiki. I think Fury Dad has a perfect opportunity to go for a big old one shot onto Reiki. Does have blur. That's the only thing that really is denying him any damage. Is gonna go for the voodoo dot trinket and everything with Reaper Flames to follow. Not go for combustion just yet. It's gonna be I-beam interrupted. Oh, what? What'd you hit him with? You just slammed it down with something. What was that? Oh my goodness. How you doing, Cat? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Hope you're having a beautiful evening. And or afternoon. Actually, no, it's really morning more likely for EU. Thank you so much for going by, dude. Always happy to have you here. I think with that one, boys, it's going to be the last one for today. Oh, I gotta get some to eat. And I gotta get some more editing done. I gotta get some work done so I can get some sleep early today, dude. Holy shit, boys. That was some good duels. I enjoyed those. I enjoyed all of those. Had a lot of fun, man. This made a Survival Hunter. Is it on Dalaran server? It is on Dalaran server? Hell yeah, dude. I have a couple of characters on Dalaran, but most of my tunes nowadays are on Illidan. That's my main server. Oh my god, is that good Fire Mage? Dude, he clapped, man. Good to be back. Are we gonna see you more often in Duels, Cat? Also, do you have Alpha, by the way? If you have Alpha, dude, that'd be so fucking dope. That'd be so cool. Maybe me and you could have Rogue versus Warrior duels and stuff. That'd be fun as hell. Ruski есть. Ruski есть, да, явно. Здорово, my bear. Здорово. Hello, my man. As it is Russian here. Man, I just woke up. What's up, Bori? Man, I'm sorry, dude. Как поиграть с вами никто не собирает пати. Чтобы как его играть в эти дуэли, нужно идти на как сказать по-русски это экран. Ну как, где ты найдешь PvP игры, Player vs Player, Custom, Find Group и 5 в Search. И тому из группы, которые говорят 5 на 5, 1 на 1 дуэли, и может 5 на 5 один дал, ну, номер 5 в Search, и все. И если не видишь никакие группы, можно сами сделать группы. Сделай группа, называй по-английски, я думаю. Может по-русскому, но по-английски лучше. 5 на 5 на дуэли. Добавь меня на Real 1, и я тебя против других игроков матчи буду делать. Мой русский я забываю. Извиняюсь, мой русский это как бы... Я не знаю, я говорю просто сколько, мне 5 лет. Забываю мой русский язык, я извиняюсь, но это... А как потом тебе написать? На... Как его? Давай твой реal ID в чате, я тебя добавляю и... Дуэли. Xanax, my man, with a 20 bone donor! My man! How you doing, my dude? I wish we were friends. Remember we are. It's like... Collect them in a cup. Interesting. That was a very essential message. Yo, Xanax, you know, it's hard for me to stream when my pants are all tight. Can we get a hashtag Xanax? Show that beautiful donation and a beautiful, lovely little, what do you call it? Lovely little love note? Thank you so much, my man. Love you, buddy. Thank you so much for being a beautiful member of this community. I really appreciate it. Hashtag Xanax, boys. The poet, dude. He's a poet. All the ladies want to be with him and men too. Seriously though, thanks for the content. Appreciate you for being here, Xanax. I really appreciate it, my man. There's gonna be a lot more content to come since we have Alpha to Shadowlands, so we'll have a lot more stuff to do. Oh my god, all the Russians popping out. Все русские сейчас приходят, dude. Ну вот стрим сейчас русские. Стрим сейчас как его закрывается. Мы сейчас пойдем, я пойду себе еду подготовлю и сейчас буду видяшки делать, но стримы начинаются каждый день в 5, с 5 до 7 американского времени. Сейчас возьми какое время у тебя там в России, минус 2 часа, тогда оно начинается каждый день. В пятницу, или как в России это будет, как его, суббота, как его, Суббота, I'm trying to say it in Russian, basically trying to explain to them what time we do the duels. Суббота, как его, 2 часа ночи, утра, утром. Ну, пятница для нас, 2 часа, ну да. Каждый день в пятницы мы делаем дуэли в Европе. Русские могут participate. И в субботу мы делаем на NA, в Америке, Канада, все это region. That's the best I can do in Russian, boys. Ты так прикольно разговариваешь, акцент смешной. Ну, я сам... Мне русские говорят, у меня американский акцент. Я родился в России давным-давно, но я не говорю русском так много. Я только говорил русском с моей мамой, с семьей в России, но я больше по-английски говорю, чем по-русскому. Trying to explain to them I have an American accent when I speak Russian. Some Russians have said I have an American accent, but I am from Russia, but I barely speak it. А начал поиск в твоем тагом добавишь? Тагом? Да, Dalaran, как его? По-английскому это будет Dalaran, как, ну, city. Хэштег, ну, как его? По-русски я не знаю хэштег. 1340. Можешь добавить здесь. Я вас могу добавить. Но мы сейчас будем заканчивать стрим, потому что мне нужно пойти поесть еду и видяшки делать на канале. Но у нас будет дуэли завтра в Америке. Потом будет нормальный стрим в субботу, ну, воскресенье для среды, четверг нету стрима, пятница обратно в Европе дуэли. I use a lot of Russian, basically I'm just explaining what my whole stream setup is running. If your name is Deathwater, I can add you. Да, я тебя понимаю. Okay, he says me. Я даже не это. Теперь еще, если смотреть. Some words I actually did not know what he said, but I think he's excited to watch my streams. I think. У тебя правил это кто? Deathwater? Я тебя там accept. I знаю, что ты это нет. Let's see. Somebody who's maybe hasn't been online in a while can add at least one Russian. So they can be there next stream. We have quite a bit of Russians here though. 12 days ago, we can take down Grimstone and replace him with Grim. I think you're Grim. I think it's Grim. I could be wrong. Maybe it's not Grim, but a lad. Just cause I gotta go. I gotta go, boys. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nah. Nine. I don't know. Far much vision to get the Versa mount. Oh my god, that's a 31% Versa. Atho. That is a lot of versatility. Holy shit, dude. That is a lot of versatility, my friend. Whoa. Wait, Shadowlands. Not of customization options. Not enough customization options, boys. Hair color. Tattoos. Wow. I wonder if Nightborn are gonna get anything. Nightborn better get some customization. I hope Allied Races get some customizations. Holy shit. Yo, Kren fucking loves her Night Elves, dude. That's awesome. And they had Wildfire. Whoa, they had Dwarves too. Hold on. Dwarf tattoos. We gotta look at Dwarves too. Real quick. Oh my goodness. Look at that tattoo. It's on a bald head. Oh my god. Oh, that looks awesome in red. Yeah, green is not that great. I like this baby, like white-ish, baby bluish. Oh, that looks good. I'm not a huge fan of green, but everything looks great. Oh, it's like on the eyes. I like that. I like that a lot. I like simple stuff. That looks awesome. Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many. V, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, you can have a mustache but no beard. Is that new? I think that's new. Mustache but no beard. Wow. Looks so good. Green looks better on males, I feel like. I feel like on females doesn't look as good. Oh my goodness. The arms, dude. The stripe, dude. Racing stripes. And then the skull cap. Oh, more dwarfs. More color schemes too. Hair choices. So basically dark iron dwarf hair, right? All the dark iron dwarf hair colors, essentially. Wow, there's a lot. There's a lot of hair options now. Wait, what? Eyes. Oh, different color of eyes. Oh my god. I'm still clicking. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot, dude. Whew, that actually looks so cool. I'm actually okay with it. Wow, that's so many fucking cool shit, dude. Alright, boys. We're done. We're done. I got some channel and stuff to do, obviously. But also gotta get some food to eat. And hopefully I can get everything finished tonight so I can go to sleep on time. Because I really need some sleep. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Wish I got new hairstyles. Yeah, dude, I wish Allied Races got new pieces. I'm gonna hope Allied Races get some new hairstyles too, because if they can add it to like OG dwarves, they can add it to like high mountain dwarves too, or dark iron dwarves. Is there a shadow? There's a bit of a shadow here, isn't it? See that shadow? Ah, maybe I'll need to fix it at some point. Let's call one Walker Monk. I will call one of every class, boys. 100% I'll call one of every class. Alrighty, I think it's time. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed. You guys enjoy yourselves the rest of the evening. I'm gonna go eat, sleep, wow, repeat. And I'll see you all boys next stream. Peace!
With you high is all I